trying to switch the scene, and instead I dragged the entire overlay. It's fine. Hi, hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to another episode of Shikar.
Like us? Chat? Who knows?
How is everyone doing today?
Doing all right. I'm ready to play some D&D.
Me too, honestly. So excited. Thank you so much for the raid, Satine.
Yay!
So excited to get into
yesterday.
some...
What was
on the floor?
I found a $50 bill yesterday on like the sidewalk.
Whoa!
And like the thing is, I saw it and then I left it alone, and then I walked my dog later that night. It was still there, so I took it home.
That's yours legally.
I invoke the law of if ye findeth, then ye may keepeth, if thine rightful owner is not within sight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there no wind where you live?
That's the problem. There was wind. I didn't expect it to be there. It was very weird.
Destiny.
That is destiny.
I'll be honest. I'm glad you think it was destiny. My first thought was, maybe I should bleach this dollar bill.
Oh, maybe.
My first thought would be to look for some dickhead with a camera. Because you know they'd be like, let's social experiment. How honest are people? you know some idiots out there gluing $50 bills to the sidewalk just to like debate people. And Josephine, are you okay? I thought your camera was frozen because you were just so disgusted at the notion.
I was just shocked. I just
full on broke.
I'm sorry. I just thought that was so that would be so dumb for someone to do to you, you know?
Yeah.
People do that though. I've seen people do like social experiment. We're gonna give this homeless man $50 and then follow him to see where he spends it. And I'm like, yeah, because that's not a disgusting breach of someone's privacy. Yeah.
I kind of wish someone would do that to me because they're just going to see me spending on weird stuff. Like I'm going to go into the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. And
they're going to be like, how much money do you have left?
After the Dollar Tree?
Yeah. I'm going to come out with like 13 hats, two stuffed cats, a whole bunch of candy that I'm not going to eat, to be honest. Probably like those pool noodles, and it's going to be like in Arizona, so there's no pools anywhere nearby, really. And it's just going to be like, what are you going to do with all that? I don't know. It's Sunday. It's very specific. This has not happened before.
I don't believe you.
That's valid.
All right, let's introduce this wonderful squad of adventurers. Because I adore them and I want you to get to know them as well. Take it away, Balvin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Take it away, Balvin.
It's the proper order.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hello. I am Balvin, and I play Ajax, a half-orc fighter that is trying to be a dad and trying to avoid getting beat up by women. I got swept off my feet last episode by a gravekeeper who can dance very well and very, very, very seductively. I think Valym and I are mortal enemies and best friends at the same time.
Yep.
And I want Scorpio to teach me how to headbutt. That's all I got.
Speaking of, Xander.
Yes, I'm Xander Jeanneret, and I'm playing Scorpio, your half-elf monk. It's going in whatever order we want.
Yeah, that is not alphabetical.
Scorpio fights with his head, literally, and is very excited to join this merry group, but has since forgotten some things from the beginning. So it's going to be sort of interesting to see what retains in Scorpio's memory.
I wonder if Scorpio has memory of the first person he ever walked into this campaign with. Speaking of, Gabe, take it away.
Hello. Hi, I'm Gabe. I am playing Valym, the half-elf druid, who didn't talk to an animal all last episode. And I think I'm going to be punished for that at some point. So we'll see how that goes.
Weirdly enough, I did talk to an animal and was punished last episode.
Did you talk to an animal? What animal did you talk to?
An eyeball.
Oh, yeah. I also.
Let's see that notebook, Gabe.
I'm also I'm your black mouse, but it's a whole
Oh,
separate.
yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Let me
yeah.
see that notebook, Gabe.
This.
Ooh.
This is actually, I keep all my notes in here. It was a gift, but the weird thing is I didn't use it until recently. The front page says desire, and then there's a bunch of
Who was this a gift from?
Huh?
Sorry.
There's a bunch of like weird quotes on it. Return often. Nope, not gonna read that one. Not gonna read that one either. You know that when I hate you, it's because I love you to a point that passion unhinges my soul.
Ooh.
Wait, your quotes or they're printed in there?
No, they're in there. They're in there.
That's some white girl shit. Whenever I heard it.
Came from
Like,
one.
okay, that tracks. Yeah.
This is where I keep all my animal notes in.
Speaking of bunnies, take it away, Josephine.
We're off to the races.
Hi. I play Nim Grimwillow, a little 13-year-old tiefling bard who I suppose we've established is the adult in this group. Yeah, you know, he's just figuring himself out. He's a teenager now, and these are the role models that he'll be traveling with.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, I'm crying from
Yeah, I
laughing.
saw it.
What the hell?
You had to check yourself in the camera to see if you were crying?
Yeah, it felt weird, but I wasn't gonna be like, what's this?
Is there moisture falling from my eyes?
Yeah. Get back in there, too.
I love you all. Okay.
Oh, Mercedes,
Let's play.
thank you for the raid. Yeah, let's play some fifth. For those of you just coming in, hi, hello, welcome. I'm that bronze girl. This is our 5th edition D&D campaign. I'll do a quick overview of who all you've met. We've got Gabriel Hicks on the druid. We've got Xander Jeanneret on the monk. We've got Josephine McAdam on the bard. Almost called you a cleric. That's fine. We've got LordBalvin himself on the fighter. Ayy! And they all just hit level 2. They're very new to level 2. Still figuring it out. Let's roll some hit dice because where we last left off, I believe we had just enjoyed the benefits of a short rest. Or did you roll off screen? That's okay too.
I am full up.
Awesome.
I was a dummy.
No. Maybe.
I used my last spell slot to like cure myself without thinking about short
You can
rests
roll it back.
existing.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll it back. You can take your spell slot back and roll
Hug.
roll a hit die
Unhug.
instead.
Kindness scares me.
Right.
Let's do that.
Hey, okay, that's enough. Back to
Okay,
full.
so what are my hit dice?
I don't like that my max hit points are the same as my armor class. That's ominous.
For my
That's not-
own knowledge, do any of you have any hit die left after your short rest?
Let me see.
Do we
I have
any hit
one.
die left? You have
I
one.
think I have one left.
Okay, perfect.
Can you use both?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
Just
technically use
kidding.
all
I
your
have
die ones.
none left.
you have none left. Okay.
I'm using them both to heal
Okay.
up.
Xander, do we have any hit die left?
Yeah, I should still have both of them.
Perfect.
I don't think I took damage.
I don't think you did either.
Yeah, because you were a boss.
And Ajax, you were pretty roughed up. Where are we at?
Yes, it was. What would you check for that? Where were you have any? Or how would you know, rather?
You get 2 of them. You get a number equivalent to your level, and your hit
Short
die.
rest, it shows up. Like if you hit short rest, like it'll show up with little tick boxes for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh,
I
how
think
are your hit points maximum?
I got healed at the very beginning, at the end of the fight.
Oh, Josephine, do you remember how much you healed for?
How much I healed?
Yeah.
How much I healed Ajax for?
Yeah.
It was a good amount.
And also I used the what is that shit?
Second wind.
And he used
Second
second wind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
here's what
right.
we'll do. We'll top off your level and just trade one of your hit die.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the raid, Delmo.
Oh,
Just for all of you wonderful new people who are raiding in, a lot of the cast, as well as sometimes myself, have the chat closed for the actual game since we are playing a game of D&D. But we hope you'll hang out with us either way. So we open up on a camp made inside of a very large and very decrepit fountain. It is overgrown with ivy. The stone is crumbling. And the incense, which was lit earlier in the night by a very strange being named Leander, has actually started to crumble away into the wind. As the incense gets picked up by the wind and swirls around a little bit, Valym, you find yourself kind of contemplating the events of the last night. Leander comes and sits next to you.
Oh God. Hi. Hello.
Hello. What are you thinking about? Your mind is like a machine with many cogs.
I'm thinking about, well, a lot actually.
Lay it on Leander's broad shoulders.
And I'm gonna lean on Leander a little bit. Kind of like a small child just leaning over.
He
Just can't
puts his
get
head
any
on
worse.
yours.
I'm still trying to understand if I actually belong with all of these people in this city. I thought I was fine. I thought that I did, but the interactions that I keep having with people keep making me question it. I think that I'm doing the right thing, and then someone gets upset with me or tells me that I'm wrong or tells me that my mindset is wrong. And when I keep hearing it, I start to think they might be right.
Well, right or wrong is a matter of where you're standing, I suppose. And those of us who stand near the edge of the abyss, well, we teeter. We teeter.
How do you stand at the edge of the abyss?
I have 1 foot in our realm and 1 foot in the realm of the dead. For in order to care for the dead, you have to be a little dead yourself, don't you?
Are you a vampire?
No. Profane creatures of the night.
Oh. Are you just a normal human?
Normal is a matter of opinion. I don't know. He looks over at you, Ajax. Am I normal?
No.
Recount to me the tales of last night in great detail, if you will, and we'll tell you what's normal and what isn't. Shall we?
You danced with me. That's all I remember.
That's normal. And you notice he takes out a ledger from his bag. It is bound in what looks to be black leather with an enormous buckle tying it shut. He very carefully undoes it, pulls out a quill from God knows where, a small little ink pot, dips it, and says, Leander and Ajax danced in the pale light. I'm putting that in the normal column. And
Before that, Leander was fighting with these spirits. What is your relationship to them? Did you call them here?
normal. Leander fought evil, unrestful souls. That's definitely normal column.
Is your hand raised, Valym?
Yes, I have a question for Leander.
Yes, Valym.
Why did you run away from the well?
Ah, yes, that would be the abnormal column for sure. I did run away from the well.
Wasn't it wet is bad, wet is bad, wet is bad?
A dark, evil creature who lurks in the depths below the well.
That would also go in the abnormal column. Well creature. Unwell creature.
What? Why? What was in the well?
Anyone else?
Something dark.
I died a little bit.
Ah, yes, that would go in the normal column. Death is normal. Child almost kicked bucket.
Oh.
And what else transpired?
Valym,
You almost died.
That is a bit abnormal. Leander almost was kicked by a bucket. Yes.
Against all odds, we were able to bury Sir Reginald, the toy.
Normal. I never had a doubt in any of you in my mind. Toy soldier burial, which undoubtedly will yield some experience.
did we teleport?
That's normal.
Good call.
No, it's not.
Put that in the normal column, Leander.
Normal.
No, Leander, no, it's not. We've never done that before.
Teleportations.
Normal.
Normal.
Yes.
We've
Yes.
never-
Yes.
oh my god.
Yes.
Like leaning over his shoulder. He gets it. Normal. It's normal,
Normal.
Ajax. Normal.
You know,
Is that
Sick
right?
individuals.
perhaps if you hadn't teleported, I wouldn't have almost died.
That's not a statement for the book, right, Leander?
No.
No.
But how did we teleport?
It's normal.
But how did you come to find yourselves in my part of town?
How did we?
Him.
The godchild.
Recommended by your mother.
Well,
I
that's a
explicitly-
bit abnormal.
I explicitly called Nim the godchild. in
We
front
should
of
probably not say the godchild.
Child. That's abnormal category for sure.
Oh my god, Valym.
Normal.
We needed a spot
Makes
to
me feel
bury,
normal.
without paying all the fees and all the permits and all the,
Wait,
yeah.
is that the only reason we came here?
Well, now that we've successfully summarized all the events of last night in such a creative fashion.
Did you just make us recap in a clever way?
Definitely.
You sneak!
Oh, she's so good at it.
I can say definitively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am normal, Valym.
The fact that Leander makes me feel normal, is that concerning?
What's normal?
That seemed like you avoiding the question. But yes, good question.
How did we teleport?
The answer is just going to confuse you more.
I don't think it will.
A spirit of fire teleported us from one place to another because I asked them to.
You were right. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you for your honesty, because that's crazy enough for me to believe it's actually true.
Yeah. Oh, they can do plenty other stuff.
Where did this fire spirit come from?
My chest.
How long has it been there?
About a day.
Oh. No? It's just fresh experience for you?
No. It was there when I was younger as well. Man, it went away. Went to go see a sun god, I think was the word.
A sun only? Okay. What, does it have a name by chance?
Yeah. Pilar.
Pilar.
Can I meet Pilar?
Sure.
When?
Well, probably not here. To be honest, it was very lucky. If I called Pilar around any of you, you probably would have been lit on fire. So I had to call him above.
Pilar was very nice. I was a bit woozy at the time when you introduced him, but
You met Pilar?
very briefly, yes, like
Oh,
20
damn.
minutes ago.
That's right.
Why didn't I get to meet Pilar?
You were dancing.
That's why you weren't helping
True.
me.
Yes. No.
You already said yes.
Dancing is never a waste of time.
Leander.
We should go home.
What? Where are we now?
I don't live in a fountain, Valym. I have a home. You all look tired.
Do you live alone?
Oh, yeah, yes, I do. It's rather a sore subject.
Oh.
I told you about my beloved dog.
Sierra.
Are you really alone if the dead are always around you?
Wow. That's
Well,
deep, Ajax.
That
it's
was
kind
deep.
of
Oh my
like
God.
being surrounded by people but feeling lonely. If you don't care for them, are they really there?
Wow, this got deep.
I understand you way more than I should.
Leander
Not now, of course.
Leander's been the most reasonable person we've met, to be honest. Leander, do you know any nice women that you could introduce us to that are living or like you alive at least?
I don't know if we'd call them nice.
Oh. Well, what would we call them?
Grave robbers.
I'm sold. Better than the last date I was going to go on. Hit me with a bottle.
You're looking for women.
I've been hit with a bottle before. I rather enjoyed it. It was a saucy bar wench from the Medford district.
Does anyone come to mind?
She told
Wait.
me I had an ill-favored look and cracked me with a bottle.
Was she a gnome?
No.
Oh, okay. thought we had shared an experience there.
I
for
know a
second.
gnome or two, though. Strange creatures.
Somebody else speak.
But it seems that a gnome is upsetting you, Valym. Do you still have your
Yes,
head on his
Valym.
shoulder?
Yeah.
He strokes your hair, strokes your face. And he says, "Tell me of your gnome woes."
Her name is Sunflower, but she
The
goes.
sun, I despise it. It burns us all.
Yes, exactly, and it's very
Glares
confusing.
down
It's very
upon
confusing
us.
because her name is Sunny, but she goes by Sunflower, and Sunflower is more syllables. That's stupid.
Well, maybe. And at this, he takes your face in his hands and off his shoulder and looks at you. Maybe it's not short for something. Maybe it's an obfuscation. And then he kisses you. But not sexually, just like a peck on the lips.
When he goes in for the kiss, I want to turn into my black mouse. I'm not letting him kiss me. It's weird.
There.
Oh, no,
He kisses the air as you slip out between his hands. Oh!
Oh wait, shit, Ajax.
Ajax,
The mouse.
you see a very familiar black mouse.
I just gotta look at Ajax like.
I told you to be honest, Valym. I don't know what the hell you're saying.
Has he always been able to do this?
Yes. He reaches down and attempts to pick up the mouse and place it back on his shoulder.
I'll let him do it.
Okay.
Oh.
I always knew Valym was one with the wilds. He has the smell of wind and earth, and Mother Nature's sweet perfume upon his breath. I think that's why I felt myself so drawn in. Similarly to how Ajax also dances with death like me, which is why I felt the need to dance with him. He looks at you very saucily and bites his lip, Ajax.
God dang.
Leander,
Yes.
I am flattered by your words. Could you do me a favor?
Whatever you ask.
Could you hand me that mouse right there, please?
Only if it consents. He sees that Valym doesn't consent, and then is like,
I'm gonna ask again, Leander. May I please see Valym? We like to play this game.
roll persuasion and see if he believes, or deception. See if he believes that this is a game you play.
You said persuasion or what?
Deception.
Okay. That is come on. One roll is all please, I don't know what that means. 20. Oh my God.
20?
A dirty 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
See
30,
what
20,
my
yes.
insight is.
Is that a dirty 20 or is that
no,
a
it's
nat
a nat
20?
20.
Nat
Oh, nat
20.
20.
Oh, and
Nat
nat 20? I rolled a
I rolled
1.
a different.
No cap.
Oh my
I rolled an
God.
actual literal 1 for Leander. He says, "Oh, a game. I love games." And lifts up Valym and hands him to you, Ajax.
Thank you, Leander.
I would never come in the ways of your games. Do you need a third player?
I would love a third, maybe a fourth. Scorpio, you want to play?
I might need to watch Nim, and I'll just sort of cover Nim's eyes. And
What's happening?
I honestly
Okay.
don't know.
Okay, Leander. We play a game called Throw the Mouse. So, Leander, I want you to go as far that way as you possibly can.
Okay, he does. He goes to the opposite side of the fountain, but not outside of that ring of incense.
Okay. All right, Leander.
Ajax.
Chunk Valym.
Scorpio sprints after to catch Valym.
Okay.
Oh.
Ajax, roll your athletics,
Okay.
I guess, to see how hard you throw.
It's that weird moment, but the mouse is like.
That is a 15.
Okay. And Scorpio, give me an acrobatics check to see if you can jump in the
Yes.
middle and intercept.
Oh, 17? What did you say?
He said 15. Yeah.
15,
you get it,
17.
Yeah. So you are able to catch.
So
yeah.
as soon as the fur has left the hand, Scorpio like sort of pushes off of Nim and leaps into this sort of cartwheel and back handspring and uses the momentum to fly up into the air to gently catch Valym and then land back down with a knee down.
You vaulted off me? It's very likely I'm on the ground.
Yes,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you were used a bit as a footstool.
How does he
You
always
land
do that?
backwards on your behind, and Leander looks past Scorpio at you, Ajax, and says, "I think we lost."
They're too good.
And I hold Valym up and I'm like,
My
You
turn,
totally-
and he grabs Valym. And he walks back to his side and says,
no,
"Are you ready?"
no, we don't throw people.
He's like looking at Valym while getting ready. "Are you ready? It's our turn to score." And then he runs with Valym in his hands. He starts running and says, "You'll have to catch me." And he also uses Nim as a stool, stepping
No, not again.
stepping on Nim's shoulder as he leaps out of the fountain and through a break in the gate, this time on the left side. You approach from the right side.
Did I get kidnapped?
You are bobbing up and
Nice.
down
Yep.
in his hands, and he is running very fast.
I am not chasing him.
What? Come on!
Go, Leander!
Scorpio's gonna take-
No, we've got to follow them. We need to stay at Leander's, Ajax.
The game's almost over, Nim. I promise. Woo, Leander! Don't look back.
You notice after a few minutes, Ajax, Leander does not look back. You just hear footsteps getting more and more distant.
Wait, Leander! It was a joke. Leander! Oh no.
Meanwhile, Valym, you hear that? We mustn't look back. And you just see Leander tearing Like you're kind of like he's like has you held very tightly, and you're kind of bobbling up and down. You're catching quick glimpses of the floor, his like outfit, which is like this long, flowing trench coat, his face, which is like becoming beaded with sweat, and just like quick flashes of like stone and house and willow tree as he's like racing at breakneck speed. You also hear his like leather shoes that are like wingtip shoes tip tapping on the cobblestone beneath him.
Man, it's not okay. Like as a
We
mouse,
Score a point for our team. I so seldom get to play games. Seeing your thumb, he goes even faster, straining himself.
I'm gonna climb Scorpio's back and like, let's catch him.
Okay. And then I'm going to use a key point for Step of the Wind and increase the speed with Nim on my shoulders.
Perfect. Yeah. Go
Very
ahead
dynamic.
and give me a. Go ahead and make an athletics check, but do it so with advantage since you're using your key point. Same for you, Ajax.
Athletics, you said? Dirty 20.
Perfect.
Let's see. Come on. Site is so laggy sometimes.
Yeah. Like waiting for that roll.
The suspense.
Right, 11.
So, Ajax, you try to stoop underneath this like broken part of the wall that the other two ducked through. It takes you a bit longer to do so. Scorpio, Nim, you are right on or like actually not right on his heels because he got a bit of a head start, but you can see Leander kind of bobbing and weaving through ruins ahead of you. He very deftly leaps over a small fence into like what is an old decrepit garden patch and quickly turns a corner behind the cottage.
Oh, we got to keep going, right, Nim?
Yeah. Dude, follow him.
Behind you, you do see Ajax trotting out from underneath the broken wall, holding a side.
So Scorpio does like the athletic person turnaround and is like, "Come on, Ajax!" and is running backwards.
Going as fast
You can
as
do
I
it.
And then we'll just keep trying to follow.
You small people are so fast.
He's gonna roll again. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Oh no!
No.
Everyone give me a second athletics check.
Oh, no.
God, you know what? This was the right choice. I got a good life.
You could do
man.
so again with advantage, Scorpio.
Oh, with
since you
advantage? Okay,
since
'cause
you're
I got a
using your
12.
Step of the Wind.
Oh, but that's better than a natural 1, so we'll go with 12.
Okay, perfect.
I got a 20.
Okay, so Ajax, you managed to catch up with Scorpio. Scorpio Nim, you make your way around the side of the cottage. You
Can I
look
hop?
around.
Huh?
Can I hop from Scorpios to Ajax?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
They're kind of like in step now. You managed to catch up Ajax as Scorpio slows down. And when you turn that corner of the cottage and kind of leap over that fence that goes into this old decrepit vegetable patch, that's actually where Ajax catches up with you, Scorpio. It takes you a little bit more effort to go over, but Ajax just jumps over it with ease. And you both turn the cottage at the same time into this like dark alleyway, windows on either side of you. And like I said, these are ruined houses. This town has damage from like what seems to be cannonball blasts. The roofs are caving in, and you're just in a dark, eerie alley, and you don't hear or see anything.
Whoa, where did he go?
Where are we?
Meanwhile, Valym, all you see is Leander's giant eyes staring into yours, and he says, "I think we're winning. I haven't won anything in so long. I think we're winning.
I'm gonna put up a little paw.
What should we call our team?" I agree. I think we could go pro. We should have uniforms. What should our colors be? I like black and purple. Yes. And you see him like, actually, as he like holds you like this, you notice he's like, you're looking at a corner, Valym. It looks like he's like hunkered down and hidden someplace.
Why can't I make normal friends? The best relationship I've had is with the scary Alex Ward.
That's right.
So wait, can I hear anybody else?
Not yet. In fact,
That's good.
the footsteps you heard distant behind you, you don't hear anymore.
That's concerning. Oh God. Like it comes out as a squeak, but I'm just looking at Leander. I hope you're not a danger to us.
He just like pets your head approvingly, like with no clue what you're saying. Yeah, he like gets down to let you pet his.
That's a mouse. Oh God.
All right. The rest of you are standing in this dark alley. It is dim light here, but I think you all have night vision, so you're able to still see reasonably well.
But I'll take out the candle and light it just to have that. Presumably I have a candlestick.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yes, the candle casts a bright light within 10 feet, and then a dim light beyond that. So, but it does allow you to see a bit better.
Looking around, Scorpio kind of touches because he said it was an alleyway. So is it like brick walls or?
It's like a granite stone type of wall. In fact, this town is almost very Gothic in nature. It's more like a fort than a town. The houses that were built here were built to last. Unfortunately, they didn't.
No. Nim, this seems like some sort of maybe magic. Does anything look like he disappeared?
Give me an Arcana check, Nim.
With my tiefling eyes. Okay. Arcana, a dirty 20.
Nice.
Something does feel off with the weave of magic here. You pick it up, almost like a lavender scent on the wind.
Yes, something is happening. Magic indeed, or something strange.
Any
Let me yell out.
suggestions?
Leander, you won!
You hear nothing.
Leander, please.
Well, is this the way they went?
Jasmine, can I hear anything when he yells that?
No. He got quite a distance away.
Can we look around for any sort of... I'll crawl down if we've stopped, and look around for any signs of which way they may have gone.
Give me a perception check.
Nat 20.
So you smell lavender and incense on the wind. Heavier.
I just start like walking and like following it. I kind of don't mention.
Yeah.
As you follow it, you emerge from the alley into a broader lane. It's a veritable maze, but what catches your eye as you're following the smell is you do see a very strange looking, almost like a renovated abode in what used to be an old brick factory. But what catches your eye is some smoke coming out of the chimney and some places where it has been reinforced and built up.
We should check in here.
Do we see where Nim went?
Yeah, I assumed you were following them.
I didn't go
okay.
racing off.
Yeah,
I'm not
following you,
Leander.
All right.
Yeah, we should check here.
Nim, we have to be very careful.
Oh?
There's a lot of magic happening.
Yeah, but I just assumed it was Leander, no?
I don't really know what's happening.
Lavender. I smell lavender. Lavender's a really nice smell. It can only mean well. I'm gonna open the front door.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Awesome.
Oh.
16 plus dirty 20 plus 4.
Uh-huh.
Are the rest of you close to Nim?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
they're
then
right behind
everybody
me.
has to roll.
Dex,
Great.
dex
Amazing.
save.
Mhm.
9. And that was my good stat.
14.
As Nim ducks down, the two of you get smacked with a mallet that swings down.
Oh!
Oh,
Does it stay
Dealing you,
like down?
it stays
Like
down, yes. Dealing you 5 bludgeoning damage to both of you as it somehow smacks both of you in a very Home Alone fashion as Nim ducks out of the way. As the mallet stays in the down position, you do notice it is painted with a very familiar caricature of Leander with the tongue sticking out like this.
I hit it with my head in retaliation.
It springs back a little bit and comes back.
No.
But this time you're expecting it. Dodge
Yeah.
back.
Just mad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beginning to hate him.
Are you okay? Why
Yeah,
don't you move?
We're
Do you
not natural
do you
godchildren,
make
apparently,
any
Nim.
sounds when this happens?
Yes, I was like, ugh.
Yeah,
Okay.
pain.
Yeah.
As you make that sound, you see the shutters of a window above you fly open, and holding in his hand out of the 2 stories, you see a mouse in Leander that says, "I win."
Yes,
win.
You win. You win.
You
You
win.
win, Lee. You win. You
Yeah.
win.
I won, he says to you. Valym's still holding you out the window.
Oh, are you okay, Valym?
Why wouldn't he be? He points him out at you.
Can we come in, Leander?
Oh, I should disarm the traps, Valym, and he drops you and like goes outside.
Wait, outside? We try to catch him.
He literally says the traps and literally drops you and goes down. Does anyone try to catch Valym?
I'm sure either I or Scorpio would, right?
I think
I would not.
Scorpio is out of it. He got hit.
I will try, I guess.
I would not.
Roll me
Because I
a
was looking up
sleight
asking how Valym was.
of hand, Nim.
Sleight of hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a 13 plus 3, 16.
That's enough. You catch him.
Oh!
And you hear clamoring inside and lots of different machine levers pulling and different things like moving in doors. You hear a big groaning sound as almost like a large bookshelf is pulled aside. And then from out of the gloom of the house pops the familiar face of Leander. Oh, I see you've met my jolly thumper. And he takes his like mallet and kind of puts it back into location, ka-chunk, as it gets back into place. Don't step there. And he points at a cobblestone in front of you.
Is this where you live?
Yes. Welcome to my home.
It's-
Come. Don't
you.
step on that stone or that one. And definitely not that one.
Scorpio
Okay.
just starts tiptoeing on like the grout lines in between.
I'll put Valym on my shoulder now. Actually, on the head, between
Ah.
the horns.
I see.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
see
you
this.
have like 2 spots to put your hands.
oh my God, I'm Ratatouille.
You could like steer him.
Not that step.
And then he shuts the door behind you all. And the room you are in is dizzying, and that it is painted. The floor is painted in murals with chalk and various different kinds of almost like brick powder. the scene before you is a sweeping scene of the city itself, but in a very cartoony, abstract fashion, with a beautiful moon emblazoned over it, shining down brightly on top of it. And the one thing you notice is that in this scene, the city is still whole. It's almost as though in his paintings, he's made it complete again in some way. And the walls are covered in different types of scroll work and poetry and pencil-drawn depictions of people.
Did you do all this yourself?
Yes.
How long?
Very
did it take you?
talented.
Oh, thank you. He goes over to like a fireplace in the corner. There's not a lot of furniture in here. Most of it has been used to barricade windows, and you notice there's like actually some have been sharpened into stakes and collected in one corner. There's a weapons rack against the back wall, and there's actually a small workshop sort of built. You're in a very large room. This isn't someone's home, but rather what used to be a brick kiln. And you see him grab like a rusty kettle and dunk it into a bucket of clean water and then put it in what is a very large furnace that at one point was used to bake bricks. And then he says, come on, Tabitha, and slaps her on the butt. And you do see like what looks to be a small dragon hatchling kind of wake up and breathe fire.
I am no longer a mouse.
Breathe fire into
So now you want to get up.
Yeah, there's a dragon.
I was gonna actually tell you to get up. I want you to talk to it.
Oh, stop knocking me down, guys.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Are you okay?
is that a dragon?
Ajax, you don't know
Anyone?
that I can speak to dragons.
Well,
You
hatchling.
spoke to everything else.
It's just a child. There's no reason to be alarmed. An infant, like that one. And he points at Nim.
What color is it? What does it look like? Tell us everything.
You don't live alone.
Well, I assumed when you said alone, you meant sans people.
We meant everything.
You mentioned your dog. Was your dog a person?
Sierra was as close to personhood as... He just stopped short mid-sentence.
Is there anything else in this house?
I'm gonna inch
Yeah, we should-
closer.
He's like watching you inch closer.
God,
What color dragon is it?
Don't get
Blue.
burned.
Blue.
I'm gonna slowly.
She has a bit of a temper.
Okay.
But I believe as long as you don't make eye contact, you should be okay.
Can I pet her?
Okay, wait, let me think here.
Uh,
I'm wondering if Leander would have the foresight. Yes, she's rather harmless.
Okay, so Nim tries to avoid eye contact and gets closer slowly and brings his hand very slowly to her like snout.
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Valym, is this a good idea?
Ooh,
no,
what color
Nope.
for dragon
Wonderful.
petting?
I do speak Draconic. You just assumed. It's grumpy.
I don't know.
What am I? Which one?
You're right,
Survival?
Survival.
Man, jack of all trades is really
can
helpful.
talk- you can talk to me.
21.
Okay.
So you know that this is less an animal and more of a very intelligent creature that's just a baby. So treating it like an animal might not serve you well, but treating
Okay.
it like a child might, if that makes sense.
Okay, so yeah, Nim is gonna like put his head in front of his, but not trying like not to look directly like, and just sort of like, Hi. I'm like you.
Give me a persuasion check.
Nim is a dragon?
We called him a godchild. I don't know. I think he just means young.
Nat 20 for a
That makes me
25.
feel-
Woo! Hot
So
dice.
the dragon kind of like you see like a little bit of smoke kind of snort up towards your face as it just kind of like smiles, one toothy grin at you.
I'm Nim. Pleased to meet you. I hope we could be friends.
It like kind of like nods its head a little bit, and Leander says, "Yes, quite an ingenious little contraption they have here." And he points at the furnace and he says, "Apparently, they used dragons to make the bricks of this town, but Tabitha is a lightning worm. So I've had to make some modifications
To the furnace or
You-
Tabitha?
to the furnace, not to Tabitha. She's
You-
perfect."
Use her? Use her for what?
I don't
Well-
use her for anything. I ask her to do things, and sometimes she does it. You have to keep a firm hand, though, because she is a bit of a handful.
Okay. I'm gonna get close to Tabitha's ear, like, do you like living here?
Tabitha says
Nothing.
something, but it's not something you can really understand.
Yeah.
Is it in Draconic?
It is.
Is it
I
loud
s-
enough for
I
others to hear?
speak. Yeah.
So those of you
Do y'all
who can
both speak Draconic?
Draconic can hear in like broken toddler, like baby speak, like it's okay, but I don't really like her that much. It's okay. He peed me.
Yeah,
I need to fart. I'm gassy.
Nim, you should move.
Move. Oh.
Yeah, just a little
He
bit.
keeps feeding me bats. Don't like bats.
Oh, he's
Someday I'm gonna eat him, but
That's a good plan.
not yet.
Wait,
No.
I
Scorpio and
think this
Valym both
one's
audibly
small enough to
responding?
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see,
Like
you
I'm
see,
probably like
I was looking at both of them like,
Scorpio, you hear her say to you, like, I think this pot is small enough to eat. And she smiles at Nim.
I just started laughing. I just started cackling.
Scorpio
And it's like
grabs
one
Nim.
big gummy smile.
Scorpio just grabs Nim and pulls him away.
What?
can someone explain what's happening?
You would not taste good. Taste
It's
like
getting
sadness.
dangerous. In common.
Dangerous.
Gassy.
It's like a nasty.
And she
vat.
poots a little bit.
Mm.
Those of you who are within 10 feet make a constitution saving throw.
Scorpio, how close were you when you pulled me back?
That's a good question. We'll
I'm
say
I'm not there.
it was. It's not close enough. Let's both do it.
Oh.
I'm not
Oh, like we do need to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Con
Look
save?
at,
Mhm.
look at Valym. I was kidding about the dragon thing.
2?
Oh no,
Oh.
that thing was.
You
yeah.
both take 2 points of poison damage. As the stench is unbearable. And
Oh.
Leander says, "Oh, Tabby gets a bit gassy after eating time. I apologize. We're working on it."
I want to ask if her name is actually Tabitha.
Yeah, when you ask her, she says, "I don't know my name because that's just what I've always been called."
What do you want to be called? Tabitha?
I want to be called Singe Destroyer of Worlds.
I like it. We'll find you something better to eat than bats or babies.
Bats.
Scorpio, why'd you pull me away? Well, we're making friends.
Mm, yeah,
Draconic. Figure out something to say that isn't a lie.
she was definitely going to eat you. So,
Tabitha!
well, it's
I like
in her
run back
nature.
over to Tabitha.
No.
What? I thought we could be friends. You and I, we're not so different. You see?
Some people eat their friends. I lived in the woods.
Why can you both talk to dragons?
I don't remember.
I should have guessed that answer was
Will
coming.
you teach me? Look at Valym.
I can try, sure. I can
Okay.
try, sure.
Tabitha, I will come back when I can speak to you in the language I don't know. Do you understand? I think you understand me, but it's not it's one way. I will come back and we can be proper friends.
You know, this...
She doesn't understand anything.
Perfect.
She just gives you a gummy smile, which Valym understands to be like,
hungry.
that looks so good.
Yeah. Yep, that looks
As
like...
she poots again. Ugh, bats make me gassy.
I know.
We maybe lay off the bats.
And you see her
Scorpio
like
says to
glare
Leander.
at Leander. She's like, stupid bat man.
Ooh. Scorpio. Can I have my portion of the eel?
Totally, I know where you're going. Here you go.
And I'm just gonna give it to Singe, Destroyer of Worlds.
She eats it greedily, slurping it up like noodles.
Didn't she just eat? I'm gonna back away now.
And
Okay.
Leander looks around at you all. No, don't worry. She's okay.
Can you speak Draconic?
I understand some of her grunts and things like that, but it's a very tenuous understanding.
Oh my god.
A definite hint is to stop feeding bats.
Oh, well, the pickings are slim out here.
Pick something else.
I'm just trying to care for her until she's old enough to care for herself. And then,
you know what?
I shall make a grand trek into the desert to let her roam free, so that she may live her most majestic life and eat adventurers such as yourselves. But I thought she deserved a fighting chance.
Mm-hmm.
Noble creatures. Abandoned. I found her eggs when I came here. She was
Eggs?
so small. Yes, she was an egg. And I hatched her myself. I sat atop her every day until she hatched.
Were there multiple eggs or just hers?
The other ones didn't make it.
Did you eat them?
No. I wanted a dragon horde. Dragons have hordes, and I thought, how funny would it be to have a horde of dragons?
Funny.
One of every color.
Do you know that the mom was dead when you took the egg?
Unfortunately, I believe she was a casualty of all this. And kind of motions to the town in general. Dragon eggs are very resilient, though. And even though she was long turned into grave dust and bones, I thought maybe I could save the eggs. But I sat on all of them by turn, and those 3 just never hatched. This one did, though. And I have a fondness for her. Though sometimes I think she might seek my demise. And he boops her snoot.
I
don't want to lie, so I'm not going to speak.
So, are there rooms for us to stay in?
Oh, there's a loft. It's one big room.
Why did
Okay.
we trust him? Why did we come here?
We don't have anywhere else to go.
It's like nighttime, right? At this point, because it was evening when we did the
Right.
burial, right?
Or
Yeah,
like
like-
Twilight, yeah.
Should have
I
slept.
want to talk to dragons too.
I could use some rest.
I'm just gonna look at Ajax. God,
Yes,
It-
Valym.
there was some questionable things said.
I wish I could have heard it.
No, it's probably safer you did.
Are we in danger by chance?
We are not.
When you say we,
Yes,
are you referring to us four or us five?
more like 3. Let's go upstairs.
Yeah, I start making my way upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
The steps creak with your every, the stairs creak, I should say, with your every step. And you enter what looks to be almost like a lab. There's like vials and concoctions of every description here. And that smell of lavender is even thicker here. There's bookshelves along the walls lined with all manner of books. There's a hammock that hangs from the ceiling and a beautiful round kind of window that filters in sunlight through not stained glass, but glass with like panes that are designed almost in a bat wing like sort of thing, and it reflects that onto the floor of the giant loft you are in. You also see far underneath it, this one would be at sort of eye level, a window that opens out with shutters that is still laying open from where Valym was dropped. And a hammock that hangs from one of the rafters. This is a very tall building. There's also a chimney that kind of goes all the way up, and it vents out a little bit here, so some of the warmth from the furnace down below actually heats this room. You imagine people that worked at the brick factory maybe lived here.
Is Leander with us? We're walking in there.
He comes upstairs with Tabitha.
Oh.
Kind of in tow. Then you see him pull out from one of the cabinets against the wall a big wash basin, and he goes downstairs into like a courtyard that's on the right side of the building. There's kind of like an iron fence that blocks it off from the road. There was a door next to the stairs that you went through, Nim, that leads out onto this. So if you actually look through one of the side windows, you can see down. You hear him pumping water into buckets. He comes back after some time with both of the buckets and starts pouring them into this giant basin and trying to coax Tabitha to get in. And then unceremoniously, he also gets in himself.
Oh,
Is that the best idea with the electricity?
We've been doing this since she was a hatchling. And he pops in just in
explains
his
so much.
boxers and starts scrubbing her scales
Could you guys ask
while
if
also
she's
scrubbing himself.
enjoying this?
And she says, if he scrubs my sore spot again, I'm gonna bite him.
Where's the sore spot?
And she actually shows it to you, and you do notice there's a spot where some of her scales look like they've lost their integrity.
Maybe she isn't. Maybe she's not having a healthy diet.
It's bats.
Yeah. Leander, if you can, please avoid that spot there. It looks like it's a
Oh.
sore spot.
Oh, you're right. Something's not right here. I don't know how I didn't notice it before.
Oh my god, now we have to save the dragon. Damn it.
Just don't touch it again.
what's wrong?
I don't know, but I didn't notice it before. The scales there are discolored. Oh, Tabitha, I haven't cared for you. I'm a terrible dragon papa. Oh, Tabby. And he throws his arms around her and starts crying while naked in the tub. Oh, Tabby, Poppy has failed you.
Well, there must be some explanation and some way to fix it.
Are you dragon doctors?
Yes.
All right, Tabby, the nice men will help you. And he starts coaxing her out of the tub.
I thought we agreed.
I didn't know that about you, Ajax.
Oh, wait, we said not to lie to each other. Damn
That's
it.
incredible.
I was talking about you two.
Oh,
What?
Maybe you don't remember, Scorp, but you already told me that.
well, that's true. Let me take a think.
Okay.
I guess maybe nature. Well, it's a dragon, so I don't know what you'd like me to roll.
Medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah, are you examining the skills?
Yeah.
Could I also do the same?
Yes, of course. Both of you will go ahead and roll medicine.
I would like to
Or nature,
assist
actually. Either one would
Valym,
work.
I think, because my medicine is -1.
Okay.
Oh, then a 16.
There is something underneath her scales.
Oh, okay.
Something that should not be there.
Can I? Let's see. Yeah, can I try to like slowly pull it out?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. And could I like use tools from my herbalism kit to see if it
Yes.
tweaks or
Yes.
something? Okay.
That will give you a +2 to whatever you roll.
Awesome. Okay.
For assisting, I would like to distract Singe, the world destroyer or destroyer of worlds,
Perfect.
just so that she has something to distract from the pain.
Okay.
So in Draconic, so tell me about your life.
Do you want to distract her with let's see. Are you trying to like distract her using like a performance or just using general
I guess
persuasion?
anything, yeah. Let's do performance.
Okay.
16?
All right, and then let's get Valym's roll to see how that helps.
A 16.
Whoa!
Oh, the sync is weird.
All right. So, as you pull something from beneath her scales that's kind of burrowed in, you feel her twitch. And Scorp, you see her nostrils start to crackle.
Oh.
As she's like kind of like listening to you like, oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
And you see it like the nostrils crackle and the smell of ozone as you start to pull something wriggling, Valym, from underneath her scales.
Ew, it's wriggling.
Yeah.
As this is continuing, Scorpio is sensing the danger and is going to gently sort of push her face up.
Okay. Valym, do you continue?
Yeah.
Just watching in
I'm
horror.
gonna keep pulling.
All right.
Can I help?
Yes. Are you going to help him pull it out or?
I'm asking them to leave.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Can I help?
Yeah. If Nim actually helps distract, 'cause
Oh.
Nim might be enticing.
Okay. What?
As that is, because you're
Okay.
you look cute enough to eat. And then Ajax, if you can just help me pull this out.
Yeah. So I want to attempt to help Valym.
Tabitha, hi.
Scorpio, Nim, give me, or actually, Scorpio, give me a dexterity save to see how quickly you get the snout up. Nim, give me a performance check.
Yeah, can I actually, remembering since Scorpio's kind of perform, or even though I can't understand him, the tune that the satyr taught.
Yes. Do you recall
it? Do I?
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Okay.
21 on the deck save, by the
Ooh,
way.
perfect.
Oh no, it's only a 9.
Okay. Valym, Ajax. Actually, Valym, give me a athletics check, since now it's no longer about kind of being careful and more about getting this thing out. And add half of Ajax's modifier.
Okay.
Since he's assisting you.
Ajax, what's your athletic bonus?
My +3.
Hey. Okay.
So presumably I don't remember the tune. I'll just play something random.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
17.
A 17. Perfect. So as you pull this thing out, wriggling in your hand, lies a sturge, which is kind of a mix between a bat and a mosquito, and it was kind of latched on underneath her scales, and was kind of destroying the flesh in the area and also drawing blood from her. As it disconnects, she youches and lets out a crackle of electricity. You'll all get advantage on the saving throw because Scorpio is able to push the snout up in time, but you are also all in range.
Amazing.
And Leander is, and in the tub, I might add.
Yes. Yes. Leander is.
Xander just wants him dead.
Well,
So advantage on what saving throw?
Let's see here.
Xander's like, let's just get him eaten now.
You'll need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Hey. Never roll that well again.
Oh my god, it's the balance. The balance
Oh dear.
has struck me. 13.
Also 13.
Okay.
14.
Nat 20, 24. Let's go.
So the
Valym, hold
three
me.
of you, Leander somehow shoots out of the tub fast enough when he sees what's happening. Honestly, with a venomous look in his eyes when he sees this creature that has been feasting upon his Tabitha.
No.
And you don't even know where he pulled this dagger from, but he does a little backflip out of the tub in his boxers, sopping wet with a dagger. Also, he's wearing his hat because he never takes it off.
That makes sense. I also pictured him with the hat on.
And the other three of you that rolled below 15 take 4 crackling lightning damage as you know, lightning streaks. It was going to be 8, but it's cut in half because you managed to get the face up as a little cone of lightning comes shooting out. And you see Leander with a knife just go, and leap at you, Ajax, pinning the sturge to the ground with a dagger.
Oh.
And then looking at Tabitha oh, Tabitha, I don't know how I didn't notice your little scales. And Valym, you notice that there was some discoloration, but there's not a wound.
Yeah. Okay, so it was basically just sucking her blood.
Yeah, it's kind of a mosquito that had burrowed in between 2 of her scales and was kind of feeding
horrible.
there. Yeah.
So as this the thing was released, this discharge went off. Scorpio changed the hold that he had on the snout facing up into more of an embrace and a hug, and took the lightning bolt shock and just whispers "I'm sorry about this" in Draconic.
She says back to all itchy.
Itchy.
And you see bubbles in the tub as she poots again. But there is
And
no
Scorpio let go.
constitution to throw because it is underwater.
Wow, deadly.
Yeah.
Deadly, no. Tabitha is an innocent baby. In the future, yes, she may lay waste to the deserts, but for now, she is just a child, and she needs us to care for her.
I think I've had enough of being shot tonight.
I'm sure she didn't mean it. And as he pets her, you notice his hair kind of lifting up from the static.
Oh yeah, I want big hair.
Yeah, you do. You have it. You got shocked.
Hell yeah. It's better than Aquanet.
I need art of that immediately, please, everyone.
At this point, we must be looking a mess after the
Yeah.
will-o-wisp
Yeah.
and the, like.
Yeah, this was rough. So, is there a space that seems like a sleeping area?
Yeah, he actually sets about helping you all, still in his boxers. And actually, you would notice now that Leander is not only very, like, he's, like, built but lean. So he's, like, the kind of built that, like, martial artists are, from repetition and things like that, but also covered in scars of every manner. You just see his back riddled with them, his chest. You see a scar right above where his heart is. And he's just covered in all kinds of nicks, blades, cuts, burns, all types of things. And he wanders over to the window and closes the shutters, like looking out, closing them, barring them with a big iron latch. And then goes to another cupboard against the wall next to the one that had the big basin in it, throws it open, and you see 13 identical trench coats to the one he's wearing now. And underneath it, folded blankets. He begins to like pull them out to kind of cobble together some accommodation for you all.
Aw.
Leander, how old are you?
Well, that's a very personal question. Why are you in the market for some Leander? I'm young enough. He shimmies in his boxers.
Just curious.
Young enough for a strapping half-orc.
I'm flattered again, Leander.
He wiggles
how
his
old
hips.
Hey, he didn't
Someone-
say no. Give him a number.
How old are you, Leander? Please. No.
Something's happening with the hips. If the arms are up here,
Yeah.
something's happening with the hips.
Like jiggling.
Yes.
Never mind.
How old are you? You see him now, he's like kind of concerned.
How old do you think I am?
Oh, this is...
You're all old.
This is flirting. This one I know.
You see him kind of go to the closet and start putting on like his leather pants. And like putting them on, putting on his shirt that's like billowy, tucking
Leather
it in.
pants?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
And he puts on like a buttoned waistcoat over it, like a little vest and like a leather holster with daggers that go into each side, and then the trench coat over all of it. But yeah.
Despite all of this clothing, it seems as though you are often on the wrong side of a blade.
This job is a tough one. People, they want to loot this place. They don't understand that if you don't let the dead rest, they will start walking again. And that could be bad. And it's just me. Everyone else has abandoned this place. It's just me who's here to protect it. So many times I'm outnumbered. And Tabitha, well, she's just a baby. And sometimes I think they want her too. Can you believe? There are people that want her for her skills. And he like throws his arms around her. Her hide is valuable, but her life is more valuable, although I'm sure she'll grow to be a murderous wench. And he like kisses her on the nose again.
Yes. And it may be you.
If this is my way to go, I would rather have it be at the hands of a noble beast like Tabitha than by some evil spirit wisp. Thank you for saving me back there. The only way I can repay you is my home, such as it may be. For home is where my heart is, and my heart beats in these walls.
Literally?
Listen,
Uh-oh.
Don't you hear it?
I'm gonna druid craft the sound of a rooster.
I'm just listening.
Wait, are you listening, Scorpio?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
No, don't. I don't know if I want to hear it. Well, 14? No, 16.
16. You hear a thup, thup.
No. Your heart is in the wall. Leander. Your
You
heart
see
is
him kind of looking up too.
it's beating very fast.
Can only they hear that?
Is someone knocking?
I think it's someone at the door.
Whoa! Can I find out where it's coming from?
Yes. There is a knock at the door.
Oh! I'll go and open the door, but be ready to like punch
You
whatever.
see Leander like grab your shoulder and he says,
Should we open it?
"It could be enemies."
I open it.
The front door?
Yeah.
Swear to God, if it's her.
I'm going to be upstairs and open the shutters to look from above.
You
Ajax,
see
the dragon said it wanted to eat the baby.
3 people.
What?
Well, everyone else is gone.
Yeah, everyone else has
Secret.
gone. Leander and Scorp are downstairs. Nim is looking out the window. Nim, when you look down, you see 2 people, stern-faced, one in the front with a torch, knocking angrily.
Probably fine, but it's not gonna.
We just saved his life.
Yeah. Dragons.
Did you say maybe we shouldn't do that?
It's kind of. No.
I open the door.
You see a stern-faced woman standing there, who's human, and she's kind of flanked by a half-elf and a dwarf, and she says, "We're looking for Leander."
Oh, how can we be of service?
And that'll be where we take our first break.
Oh no, Leander! What trouble have you gotten into?
Yo, just by existing, this man's suspect.
Yeah.
I love him.
Chat, we will be right back after these short messages. Get up, stretch, get some water. I know we will. I also totally forgot to update the art reel. Josephine.
Also, those were not the messages, just so you know.
Right.
We will be right back. And we are back. Thank you so much for taking a moment there to chill out while I went and got a beer. Because sometimes my own NPCs drive me to drink. Here we are. I feel that the best way to play Leander is when you are a bit tipsy.
That explains a lot.
What would drunk Leander be like? Oh no.
Probably super reasonable and like easy to understand.
What is like the opposite effect?
Well, actually, Valym, Ajax, Scorpio, Scorp, as you would say.
It was proper.
Yeah. Or just extreme horny on main.
That's a reasonable assumption.
Isn't he already?
Yeah, but
I mean, it
know
alcohol
what?
does
Like,
something to people.
the whole mouse thing, it was just because like it was so forward and I wasn't ready for it yet. But like he's doing way better than Sunflower did.
Are we going to continue to get relationship advice from Leander?
I want Leander to be my wingman. That's what I want.
You'll probably only pull bats.
That's fine. Vampire, baby. Let's go. Lady Dimitrescu.
Wow.
So, Scorp, you are met with the furrowed brow of a woman with a scar going through one eye and through the eyebrow. She has like a stern look on her face and she's bristling. And she says, "Where is Leander?" And Leander pops over your shoulder and says, "Gotta go."
Is he Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, he just jumps out the window.
Yeah.
Who, may I ask, is visiting?
"He killed my brother. Your brother was a thief." And you hear Leander going upstairs. And as he's going to you, Scorp, he says, "Arm the trap, close the doors, fasten the hatches." And up above, Valym, Ajax, you see him first. He bursts through and says, "My crossbow, we are under siege, brothers." He puts a hand on each of you. "Under siege. Scorp has already fallen to the enemy. He's let thieves into our door." And you see him throw open yet another cabinet and start fumbling around with a crossbow and bolts. Scorpio, if you allow her to, she's going to like move you aside and go inside.
So Scorpio is going to take her forward momentum and sort of use it to go up, and he's going to grab the Jolly Thumper and come slamming it down, activating the trap with his own muscles.
Perfect. Give me an acrobatics check.
Sure will. Oh, 23.
It works. She gets smacked in the head with the Jolly Thumper and falls to the ground for a brief moment. Would you like to do anything else while she's like kind of momentarily stunned?
So he jumps up, grabs this thing, slams it down, and is sort of like coming along for the ride. And as she's down, he's going to do like a backflip and try to shut the door.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Can we hear all this?
Is it kind of like a...
Yes, and you also see, like, Nim can see everything happening looking down, and Valym, Ajax, you hear some of this. You hear a commotion downstairs as the thumper goes off, as the spring is activated by Scorpio, and you're kind of distracted by the sounds of Leander wailing and loading his crossbow and then throwing his body over Tabitha saying, "I'll protect you, Tabitha." He's like loading
there's
his
gotta be
crossbow.
herbs somewhere around here, right?
Herbs?
Could I?
Yeah. Yes. There's a lot of herbs.
Is it like a bit of a surprise round? Like, could I do something?
You have one round to act.
Could I do some thaumaturgy of like spooky, ghostly whispers from the shadows all around them in the alleyway of saying like, "This place is cursed. Turn back while you can, or you'll stay here with us forever." Something like that.
Let's see. Give me a deception check.
Deception. Okay.
When we see Leander run by
Or
and hear Scorpio
intimidation.
doing all that stuff, Nim doing this, I'm just looking at Ajax. I'm gonna look for some herbs and I'm gonna try to make a blunt.
Okay. So there is a whole distillery kit with all this glassware and all these herbs and pots and containers. Give me a nature check or survival check.
Let's do survival.
Also, just to put out a 14 for that sleight of hand. To try
Okay.
to shut the door.
Let's roll for 2 individuals outside.
22 on the deception.
11.
Like
And
to
I
also
got a
have
19. So one of
giggling
them,
children.
you or 2 of them, you slip the door closed on, but the last one puts their foot. The dwarf puts their foot in the door and yet lets out a yelp, but the door is like partially open now. He does get his foot caught in the door though, and takes damage from that. And Nim, what did you roll?
A 22. I would like to have like multiple voices if possible, like
It can only have 1
children's
point
song.
of origin as thaumaturgy, I think. But you could do ominous whispers and stuff like that.
Yes, just ominous whisper. It just wanted to sound like a crowd, like there's multiple voices.
Let's
in
see
that.
how well they roll. So 2 of them look at each other. The one that's on the floor starts like scooting back while she's still on her butt. The other person turns and runs. The dwarf with their foot in the door stays in the door, trying to like wedge it open from Scorpio.
Okay.
Valym, what did you get on that survival check?
A 19, and I've recently just been taught that apparently people will use rose petals to make the wrap for a blunt.
Yeah.
So I would like to make a rose petal blunt.
Okay.
That's nice.
You managed to create a blunt for yourself out of some of Leander's more medicinal stock.
I'm going to look at Ajax and say, blunt weapon, and then produce flame.
Hey, Jax, what do you do?
What do I do?
Leander looks at you,
420,
Ajax, and he
everyone.
says, Leander looks at both of you, actually, and says, there's a child present, secondhand smoke.
I think the only natural response from Ajax to Valym would be, can I hit that?
That's it. Oh, this is we don't know how to process this. This is what's too much. Everything else has been reasonable, but this.
Oh, shit.
Even do a little Drew
Well, I'm
crack
having
for
audio
you.
issues.
Both of you make constitution checks.
Ooh.
I'm assuming I'm completely unaware hanging out the window.
Yeah, you don't see any of this.
You don't want any of this, Nim.
No.
All right, I'm good.
Constitution check, Ajax. That's a 21 for me.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm rolling right now. Oh, boy.
I'm with the elf take a hit and the half works out.
Oh, you might get your wish. That is an 8.
This is the gnarliest thing you've ever smoked in your life. And it's almost like an instantaneous body high. And all at once, you feel as though the camera zooms out, even though there isn't a camera. You feel like you're zooming out of your own body and like you can see yourself as though you're perched up off the ceiling. Make a dexterity save.
Valym, I can fly.
You just whisper.
I can fly like you, Valym.
Blunt weapon.
I can fly. That is a 18.
You're going to feel like you might trip over yourself, but you don't, and instead just sit down on the floor. But you feel like you're looking down at yourself from one of the rafters, like where the hammock is strung. Valym, you're like, this is not that. This isn't that potent.
I am a beautiful butterfly.
What the hell? Maybe I should give them one of these. Maybe let's just go away. See Leander's house.
Yes, send them away.
Valym,
Yeah.
you are amazing.
Oh, you are high. Thank
are
you.
Amazing.
Thank
Thank you for everything. That we've done for us.
We should see a doctor soon. You're beautiful. Leander, don't try to kiss him.
I won't. I worry about the thieves at our door. And as he says to Scorpio, make a strength saving throw to see if you can keep the door shut. Or actually, if you want to take another action, you can do something else. All you see is a foot in your door, and you're like trying to close it, and this dwarf is trying to keep it open.
Yeah, I think Scorpio feels that his strength is actually giving on this door. And so leaning into the sort of energy principles, he's going to try to pull it back in a way that makes the dwarf maybe tumble forward.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and roll me a... I guess that would also be an acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 13.
Well, let's see what they roll.
A beautiful butterfly.
As you open the door, they kick you and square in the chest with the sudden opening they have. Let's see. Does a 19 hit?
It does. Yes.
Okay. They hit you square in the chest, knocking you back a little bit, just a couple feet, not to the floor, dealing you 3 damage as they do so.
Okay.
And they kind of like start to make their way in. Nim, from the window, you see one of the people has bolted off, but the girl on the floor, who is kind of starting to scoot back, has seen the way lies open, looking back at her other fled comrades, starts to get up and try to come inside.
Oh, fuck it. Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. And they just have to make a save, right?
Wisdom saving throw. The save's only 14, but...
I got a 6, so go ahead and roll damage. And I think they have to use their entire turn to move away from you.
Yeah. Yes. Move as far as its speed allows away from you. And that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11 damage. So you see this woman like shriek and start to just tear off into the opposite direction of the alley. The door is like kind of hanging open. There's one dwarf inside. Scorpio, I think they already attacked, so it is your turn again to move.
Okay. If
Since
that's
Ajax
the case,
and Valym are high, they kind of moved lower in the initiative track.
Scorpio is going to go full on attack, so he's going to spring forward with his forehead first. Oh, not great. It's 14.
That does not hit.
Yeah, so he just flies right past this dwarf, and if like it needs to take an up attack, that's okay because he's going to keep moving, try to move into a position that's near Valym or Ajax, like near
the stairwell. Perfect. Let's see. He does try to swing at you as you move away, but he misses, and you make it to the staircase. Above. Leander hears, and you see him come like half falling, half tumbling down the stairs, like like rolling, and he shoots at the man, hitting him square in the chest and killing him.
Oh.
And he says, "Oh, the homestead is secured," and then he just rolls the dead body out through the front door, slams the door shut, and then latches it and says, "We'll bury him in the morning." and puts another crossbow bolt in the crossbow.
I mean, could we didn't have to kill him.
We did.
I come back from the window. So, what happened? Where'd the other one go?
I dispatched him from his mortal coil.
He might still be okay.
No. Let the street rats have him.
What if he could still be saved?
The dead is dead, Valym. Have you ever been
Oh
fishing?
my God, Ajax! That's fair.
The dead is dead, Valym.
But what if he might still be breathing?
The dead is dead.
The dead is dead.
Why are we saying that?
The dead is dead.
The
We'll
dead
walk
is
over
dead.
to the body and check the pulse. Like, are they dead?
Let's see.
Well, like they're outside though.
Or are they unconscious? Oh, did he already drag their body out?
Yeah, he rolled their
he
body
threw them
outside
outside.
and barred the door.
So we could unbar it, or we
No,
could,
it's fine. I won't
Oh,
go
okay.
out there.
I wanna look out from the actually top window.
Mhm.
Actually, see if there's anybody else outside.
The streets are quiet.
Is the person moving at all?
Not that you can see from this distance.
Okay. Oh my God! We could have just talked to them. We just killed them.
That woman. I killed her brother.
Oh, you did do it.
Yes, I never said I didn't.
Were they evil?
I don't know about them, but her brother was evil for sure.
So you just killed someone who was probably trying to get vengeance for their family member dying?
That family member deserved it, Valym.
But you didn't talk to him or the other people.
Oh, I don't know. Most people say I'm creepy, so they don't give me much of a chance to talk.
You are creepy. We can still listen.
He actually pulls out the ledger and says, "We agreed I was normal."
You can be normal and creepy. Look at
Nim,
You're not
me.
creepy. You're not creepy, Leander.
I had to secure the homestead. Our forward operating base must remain in perfect working order,
He was just
or else
defending
they'll come
himself.
back
I'm
and they'll
really-
take Tabitha the way they took Sierra.
I've got such a.
And
I'm
I'll
really trying to get
lose
engaged
you,
in death.
my only friend.
Okay. Okay.
I really need to go to sleep. Like now.
Leander, can you just make sure Ajax doesn't hurt himself? Can you just unlock the door so we can see if there's anything in his pockets? Does he take mine or is that a different one?
He takes whatever one Ajax has.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So it was the one that made the rose petal.
Nim's good. Look out the window. The woman that ran, is she visible or did she?
the hand shake.
Oh gods, I'm gonna take it from him. This is dangerous. You know what? Druidcraft lets you immediately snuff a light. I'm gonna use it on this because this is more dangerous than any spell I have so far.
It goes out. Oh.
I'll make you another one.
Uh,
Oh God!
Leander, let's dance.
Oh,
yes, let us. Oh.
Hmm.
Wretched beings are we,
I might have fucked up.
under the fullest of moon.
what's happening?
We dance on the edge of a blade, and
Made a
we'll
choice.
all be dying soon.
I'm gonna go open the front door.
Yeah, Nim's gonna go downstairs with you while they're dancing.
As you open the front door, there is a face-down dwarf bleeding out in the middle of the street.
I'd like to try and save them if I can, with a medicine check.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh,
Okay.
can I assist?
Yes.
And use
Go ahead and add half your modifier, round it up to a minimum
rounded
of
up.
1.
So 2.
Okay, so then 25.
You're able to save him, just barely.
Yeah. Please, try to keep other people avoiding this place. He's very concerning, and we're trying to keep him from hurting other people as well as himself.
He says, honestly, this gig doesn't even pay that well. I promise I'll never come back. And he kind of staggers to his feet, with, still holding his chest.
So nice to people. Give him a silver. Go get yourself checked out, please.
He
What are
takes
you
it from
doing?
you and staggers off gratefully.
Valym,
Yes, him.
why did you give him money?
Because I wanted him to be safe and be able to take care of himself.
He came to hunt down another man.
Yes. That's not. He
Nim
came to
just-
hunt down another man who had killed someone's brother.
He didn't know he was getting paid. He just said it. He was getting paid for this.
Yes.
Turn around, go inside, and grumble.
I don't
Go
understand.
get a blanket, ignore the dancing, curls up, and just like.
As Ajax and Leander are slow dancing to this creepy song in the middle of the room.
And Scorpio's just watching, like bewildered and
Mhm.
exhausted.
Yeah. And then after he concludes his eerie song that kind of echoes through the streets, Valym. It like bounces off the stones and it's like haunting and strange. As he concludes, he takes you by the hand, Scorpio, and says, "Yes, let me lead you to your accommodations." Takes you upstairs and tucks you in.
No, good. Thank you. I need it.
Mm-hmm. Tucks
That's
you
his-
into bed, folds,
That's
and then
nice.
he like does that thing where he like puts his hands on either sides, so you're kind of like in there.
Squished. Yeah.
And
Come
then
back inside.
next to you,
Shut
he
the door.
puts down Tabitha and also does the same thing.
And right before passing out, he says interconic, "Good night, Singe, destroyer of worlds."
In response, you just hear.
And Scorpio passes out as well.
Yeah.
Valym, want to
Yes.
dance?
Fuck it, sure.
I grab, I grab Valym, and in the same way that Leander would grab me. Follow my lead now.
Two best friends in a room.
They might kiss.
Mm. Yeah, Valym, you got me.
Go on. And then what happened?
I love
my
this
boy.
game. I love this group.
They might. They will just dance.
They might kiss. We're just gonna keep dancing.
Eventually, Ajax, you come down. And when you do, you realize you've been dancing with Valym for about 10, 12 minutes.
I just freeze. Valym?
Yes, Ajax.
Were we dancing?
Yes, you are very high.
No one knows about this.
I saw it. You see a upside down head from the stairwell? He's got his like feet latched up on the top floor and he's like hanging down over the banister like a bat.
He was watching for a while.
I was.
Why'd you say yes?
To which part?
Did I start this or did you start this?
Doesn't matter.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Huh.
Huh.
Why can he hang like that?
Literally nothing about that man makes sense.
Are we
Nothing.
sure he's human?
No, I'm convinced he's not. I've
Leander?
never, yeah. I'll be honest. If anyone was like going to be like a word that sounds like lick, but it's a little off, it'd be him.
Help me. What do you mean?
It's like a lich, like an undead person who's not dead but dead.
Oh, still alive. Thank you.
Yeah. He scares the hell out of me. You all were worried about the damn strange girl with an axe. Like at least, well, I mean, only I saw her, but at least I knew. Well, I didn't know what she stood either. You know what? Never mind. This is fine. Everything we've done makes reasonable sense.
No, it doesn't.
Oh God, I made a blunt out of someone else's supply. Leander, what was in those leaves? Okay, not getting an answer. He worries that if we wake up tomorrow, a blessing.
Question.
Yes, sure.
Out of everyone we've met so far,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's the only one that's told us the truth.
Yeah, he has
In
been
everything.
the nicest. He has not hurt us. He has actively tried to, I guess, protect us. He has given us a place to stay.
And this, I feel like we're so troubled by this because we're not used to this kind of behavior.
I don't think that's the only issue, but yes, that's true.
He's now rocking with his feet hooked up on the top landing.
Did he kill someone?
Yes,
I did.
he
Thank
does.
you, Xander.
I think he does like once a week. What?
I've killed many people.
Do you sleep?
Do you keep their belongings?
No.
No to which one?
Some of us are trying.
Yes.
Some of us are
The
trying
children
to
are-
sleep.
He actually, you see him do a sit up, and he does have impressive abs. You saw that earlier. He does a sit up from
Not
his
core strength.
latched up position, so he can pull himself up by his hands, back onto the top floor. And as he does, he goes to tuck you in, Nim, as well, kind of mushing your tucking your arms in with a blanket next to Tabitha.
Leander,
Yes.
have you ever had the dead follow you and whisper to you at times?
Do you want me to keep them away from this place?
No, never mind.
And as you try to lay back, are you trying to pretend you're asleep? Give me a performance check.
Never mind.
That's a net 20 for a 26.
Yeah.
he says, "Oh, well, never mind then," and gives you a little kiss on the forehead. And after making sure you're sufficiently tucked in, you hear him kind of mumbling and grumbling random little things and being like, "Stay away, ghoulies," as he hovels around the room, kind of getting ready for bed himself. He goes to bed with 13 weapons on him, though. He takes off his shoes, but you notice Nim. Well, I don't know if you would peek, but Scorpio, depending on if you're asleep or awake, you see he puts 3 daggers in the wall where he can easily grab them from where he's resting. He hangs the loaded crossbow right above his head in a very precarious position, and then
Healthy behavior.
takes a saber and kind of puts it in his bed next to him and goes, "Oh, poked myself," and then just. Gets cozy in his hammock and then just swings himself to sleep. He kicks off one side near the wall and just gently rocks.
Scorpio's figured out probably where he got most of those scars.
Yeah.
He's just trying to sleep.
Valym, Ajax, do you remain downstairs or do you come up?
No, I'm gonna go up and sleep, I guess.
Yeah, same.
Unfortunately, Xander can't tuck you in because he's already fast asleep.
Shame.
Darn.
Terrible.
You're missing out.
Darn.
I don't want him to touch me.
Where are we sleeping?
Floor, baby.
Yeah, there's 2 makeshift beds on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, Nim had kind of moved his sort of to a corner on his own.
Next to Tabitha. So the order is hanging from the banister, Leander, and then in the corner of the room there's Nim, Tabitha, and Scorpio, and then 2 empty cots.
Cool. Yep.
Let's get some rest.
Yeah.
You
Before he
all
wakes up.
enjoy the benefits of a long rest.
Finally.
Oh my god. That's good.
For in Leander's home you find safety.
Nice.
It's good to have that solidified, that is the outcome of staying.
Right?
Yes. You do not observe any other commotions during the night. It's difficult to tell when you awake, for there is a permanent mist over this place, but there is a hint of daylight that kind of peters in through the fog. You actually awaken to a very heavy scuffling sound of Tabitha kind of waddling around the attic, doing random things, doing random baby dragon things.
Can I go over? You said he had a wardrobe or whatever full of all those weapons and things. when they wake up, Nim is just like staring into this like collection and looking to see is there any like holy water or anything like that?
No, but you do find a lot of swords and daggers and bolts tipped with silver and things like that. Some of them with engravings and things like that on the side of the hilt.
Is Leander awake?
Yes, he's already humming and drumming downstairs. And you smell something upstairs.
Okay, I'll scurry down to Leander and ask him. You wouldn't happen to have any sort of weapons to help with the dead, would you?
Oh, yes, I suppose I do. But I need them. But I suppose I could spare something for you and your friends, since you're now my friend.
Right, yes.
A trade among friends. When I was young, we used to trade these little pieces of parchment that had our favorite characters of lore and mythology on them. And he gets super excited as he like puts down a spatula. And you actually now notice there is a giant kind of big round flat skillet sitting on the furnace.
Wow. Well, I don't have much to give in return, although you like those sandwiches, and
I'll trade for sandwiches.
If you tell my mum that you helped us out, I'm sure she'll be very kind in return.
Oh, I can go visit her.
I think you should, yes.
Where does she live?
In Meadowford, and I say the exact address.
343 Goldenrod Lane.
343 Goldenrod Lane.
Have we never mind.
Have we what?
Nothing. Just gonna let that one go.
What? Why?
I don't know if I ever remembered hearing Nim's address spoken out loud before.
Oh, why is it bad?
No. It just I'm a child.
Goldenrod?
Oh. Yes.
It's the name of a flower.
Hey, flowers bloom.
Whoa! It's a long walk to get there, huh?
Hey, Jax, I think you got
343 Orchid
competition now.
Lane.
I'm gonna just say it like they just sent the lady killer to Nim's mom's house.
The literal lady killer.
Leander writes it down in his big buckled journal. Yes, I shall pay my respects to the mother of Nim Grimwillow.
Yeah, you seem like you're very capable at defending yourself as well and taking care. She's used to being around people who deal with the dead. She's there all alone, so it would be nice to have a friend.
Motherfucker. This motherfucker. The faces he's making right now.
Just block that out. Be nice to know that a friend is watching out for her, so she's not all alone.
Oh, I know what it's like to be lonely. Yes, I shall go pay my respects. And he like bows down deep.
Oh. Hey, what are you making?
You look on the grill and there is a strange meat being grilled next to what looks to be almost like a cabbage, like a grated cabbage. What is that called?
Like shredded?
Yeah, it's like
Napa
shredded cabbage, and it's like there's like a dish that's.
Is it a British dish?
Yeah, isn't it?
Pop squeaks.
Yes.
Pop
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What?
I get it mixed up all the time,
It's
but I
like-
eat it all the time.
Bubble and squeak.
Bubble and squeak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
No
Sorry,
problem.
could not
Squeak.
remember it for the life of me. Yes, he is
Bubble
making
and
bubble and squeak. When you said
Yum.
pop spocket, I was like, yes, that bubble and squeak.
I got the squeak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It smells interesting, but not dangerous. Just interesting.
That clarification, man.
Yeah. Not like he's poisoned it, but more like maybe he's not the greatest cook. Or maybe these aren't the freshest ingredients.
Ooh.
But Bubble and Squeak is also traditionally prepared from leftovers. So this isn't out of the ordinary. Surprisingly, leftovers mushed together with cabbage isn't the most appealing smell. I know, shocker.
Yeah,
So,
go figure.
believe.
Just the clarification of it smells interesting. It's not dangerous. Like you were ending sentences with question marks. Like
I'll have a
Barney's not
bowl.
eating people.
Oh, you know what? I will like try to get 4 bowls and like sort of go up the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know what? I'm going to
Oh my god.
summon an unseen servant.
The
Yeah.
unseen servant brings 2, and you bring 2 with ease up the
Who,
stairs.
To me, looks like Marigold, even though no one can see her.
Mm.
And
Wow.
so 2 bulls, yeah, and come up with 2 bulls floating next to me. Leander made us all breakfast. Hello, wake up! Sort of like nudge Ajax with my foot.
So I get up, and the first thing I notice are the 2 floating bowls. Like, am I still high?
I might be too.
It's not just me that sees that.
No. But I don't see it.
That's the sound of Tabitha trying to slurp at your Bubble and Squeak.
There you go.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I reach out and take one of the floating ones.
Here you go, Scorpio.
As you look down at Scorpio, you can see that he is like still full on passed out. His hair, having been electrified, is sort of spread out in a fan around him, and there's just this stream of drool that is pooled around his face. But there is something that I'd like to do in this like twilight between like deep sleep and waking up. Scorpio's unconsciously going to try to connect with that entity that he had found in that dream space.
Okay. Give me
Willingly.
Yeah.
Wait, the entity you... Okay, so are we talking about your master or the other entity?
There's 2.
Well, like your master from the dojo that you commune with.
Oh, no.
Okay, so just the entity.
want the demon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to the big eye again.
Yeah. Or just
roll me
examine more what it is.
an Arcana check.
Yes. That is a 12.
You do make contact, but you feel your, like, how do I describe this? Normally when you meditate, it's peaceful, but this time when you rest, it's fitful. As you feel almost like a hand start to grab its way around your brain. You feel like a hold developing on you. But sure enough, in your sleep, as you call out, you see the large lidless eye. What do you say
And
to
then,
it?
who are you?
I am born of the despair of grieving widows, of dying men, of aeons of strife and blood seeped into the earth. I am made flesh.
You've known great suffering, then.
I am great suffering. I am despair given form, come to humans in their darkest hour.
Nice to meet you. I'm Scorpio.
Scorpio, your will is now bound to mine.
Thank you for saving me.
You hear like an unsettling laugh, but it's like from the burrow of your belly. Like it's not an audible laugh, but just like a laugh you feel internally.
It is amazing that you exist at all, to suffer and to be aware of your suffering.
Truly, my existence knows no limits. It has a beginning, but no end.
What incredible potential.
It is through this potential that you shall become an instrument of my will, of my design.
Perhaps we can share desires.
I do not share. I only give and take.
Thank you for sharing that. And Scorpio wakes up.
As you do, you feel a little unsettled. And you're actually going to suffer a penalty to your wisdom saves until your next long rest. You'll be making any wisdom saves until you complete another long rest at a -2 modifier.
-2 on my already -1. Got it.
As you feel incredibly unsettled, almost like your heart was plunged in ice water. Not like
is
the
that
warm,
smell?
tranquil sleep of your sort of meditative state and the astral projection you've perfected through the dojo.
And you just see Scorpio roll over in this like haggard state and reach for the food.
Yeah. You would notice him. Scorpio has like dark circles, and normally he's like the first of you to be awake. He's the first one to wake Ajax for pancakes.
Yeah.
He always is prepping food, but this time you notice him wake late, like with dark circles under his eyes, just kind of looking a little bit more worse for the wear.
I'm gonna hand my other bowl back and like, Scorpio, are you all right?
Oh yeah. This is food.
I'm gonna put a hand to his face and like under his eyes, like, you don't look so well. I'm worried, Scorpio. Don't keep things. You don't have to keep things bottled up. Are you sure you're all right? Have you been crying?
Well, there is something. And Scorpio looks over to Valym. Valym, you've seen this with your relationship with Scorpio a few times. It's sort of like this ritual that the two of you go through.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the telltale signs. Scorpio looks over at Valym and says, I'm sorry, friend. I've forgotten again how we met.
And like this has happened a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Are you asking me how we met?
If you could remind me.
It was actually a while ago. You never told me exactly why you were wandering through those woods. But I remember sitting in a tree, and there was a strange, humming half-elf just wandering through. I thought you were going to be eaten by something. But then you went up to a tree and hit it as hard as you could with your head. And did that a couple times. So I hopped down to ask what you were doing, and you said you were training for whatever reason. But you were interesting. So I followed you a little bit. I don't know why, but you seemed fun. We went on and on and on, and eventually we found our way to a creek. I introduced myself, you introduced yourself, and we both seemed to just share a hope for happiness and a better world.
And Scorpio turns away from Valym and takes a moment to sort of inwardly reflect, and you hear him say, thank you. And he turns over to Nim. I have a bit of a condition where I don't always remember how I got places, but I trust my instincts and those that will follow me. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Nim, I don't exactly remember us meeting, and I was afraid of this, but I do remember our relationship and what you mean to me now.
Well, that's all that matters then, really. You've got the best part still.
Ajax, you were very high last night. And he sort of takes a sip.
I have a
Yeah,
confession
the
to
bubble
make.
and squeak tastes almost like kind of sour in a way. And now you think you might know why Tabitha is so gassy? Because as you're eating it, you do start to feel some gas developing in your bellies.
Should have cleared the poisons on that one.
Like, it's not going to physically harm you, but it's not pleasant. It's like when you have Thanksgiving dinner at somebody's house that maybe cooks a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Did anybody see him make this?
Oh,
Oh, he was kind of finishing it up when I went down.
Did we eat bats?
Oh, I didn't check.
probably.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Valym, Scorpio, you would hear Tabitha kind of licking the leftovers on Ajax's plate, going bat, 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 bat.
What was that flavor?
That
Mm.
I don't like, but hungry.
Yeah,
What
we
is-
ate bats.
Hunger never sleep. Tabby sleep, but hunger not sleep. And she just continues stomping around the attic.
We ate
Sure,
bats.
kill this world one day.
We ate bats. Bats.
I pull out the rose blunt and I hand it to Ajax.
I go and smack it out of his hand.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Bad. No. I go and pick it up and put it in my bag. No.
Valym,
Yes.
I'm gonna put my hands up. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it.
Your craft. Then would you like me to explain what just happened? You look confused.
The part where you spoke to me like an animal. Or what part?
The part where you smack something out of my hand like I'm a child.
Well, you're all acting like one.
We're allowed to. Being an adult sucks.
I am a butterfly.
Make another Constitution saving throw, Ajax.
For making
Last time
that-
you did this, someone almost died.
Yeah, that wasn't our fault. That was literally Leander's fault. And then you all opened the door. We actually did the least harm.
The check or saving?
Saving throw.
Oh, save.
Yeah, you see what
I
happened?
did.
We actually did the least harm. We sat here and avoided conflicts with strangers.
17 on the saving throw.
Okay. So this time you do still feel like a nice elated effect from it, but not anything like last night. You don't feel yourself like almost unable to move.
Right.
How many
Valym,
floors?
You are a blessing.
How many floors is this house? Is it just the 2?
Just a loft, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Nim goes into the closet with the weapons and closes the doors and sits down inside with his bowl. You hear him talking, though, but quietly.
That's actually highly concerning.
Valym, don't
Yes.
say sorry, please.
Why am I apologizing?
Did you hit this yet? You'll feel a lot better.
No.
You
I'll
see
do that.
the Tabitha sniffing outside the closet and being like, "Snack it, bark."
No.
Box.
Unlike my blood, did I put it away?
And you see her like trying to get the closet open, but not knowing how.
Oh God.
We should be worried about that, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Stack of books.
Oh, Tabitha, I think there's a snack. Yeah. If you don't eat the child, I'll go catch you something tastier.
Oh. Then she goes and sits down in her empty tub.
Nim.
And he's like in the middle of like, oh, it's kind of nice being able to see you. What?
Am I interrupting?
I'm having my breakfast.
That isn't a yes or a no.
I'm just taking some time.
Are you upset?
Yes.
May I ask why?
I don't quite know.
Oh, that's fair. I do plenty of things and I don't understand why.
I know.
Okay, we're just going to leave that one alone. But you kind of just accept that I do things that don't always make sense to you, right?
Yeah.
You do plenty of things that make absolutely no sense to me. But it's just, I accept you for all of you. I hope that you'll accept me for all of me. And trust that at least, even if I make not necessarily great decisions, I don't mean them to be bad decisions.
It just seemed like you were in your own world, so I thought I would go into my own world.
Well, that's because most people don't think I fit into their world.
I like it when you're in mine.
Well, then, what's a word you want to know in Draconic?
Friend.
Oh,
Wow.
that was good. That was good.
He like opens the closet door a little, like
Nim,
inches it open.
I want to tell you something and I don't want you to be concerned about it. I'm pretty sure Tabitha wants to eat you. So I convinced Tabitha that if she didn't try to eat you, I would bring her something tastier. So we can find her something tasty and come back and she'll see that you have food and then see you as a friend and not food.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like a bear or a bobcat.
Okay. Yes.
But I'm not going to feed you to those like I've done to other people.
What? Yeah. How? Okay. Okay. Come on, Marigold. Like gets up and steps out.
Oh, yeah. That bear was very hungry. Okay, so let's finish our breakfast.
I think I'm finished.
Oh.
You see Leander like coming up the stairs, grabbing the crossbow bolts off the wall and putting them in his pack.
So, Leander, you are guiding us out of this place, correct?
If you so wish.
Sorry, come again?
If you so wish.
Oh, yeah, we do wish.
I suppose I can.
Thank you.
Leander, I have a favor to ask.
Yes.
Do you have any extra trench coats?
Well, I suppose I might have something spare.
Could I have one?
I'm not sure it would fit you, but I mean, maybe we could modify one.
I would appreciate that. If possible.
Okay. All right. We'll trade for it. I only have 13, and you're going to take at least 2 of them put together.
Okay.
He goes over and starts kind of like pulling one of the trench coats apart at the seams. And then he goes down to his workshop and starts like leatherworking things back together.
Wow.
Yeah, because he does have like a like upstairs he has like a little alchemical setup, and downstairs he has like a leatherworking station. You hear him
Valym.
like hammering away.
Valym, I think I'd look cool as fuck with a trench coat.
Oh, absolutely. Like it would. People love leather, and like if you have the trench coat, they're going to think, oh, we better not fuck with him. He's basically 2 trench coats.
Yeah.
Put together.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking.
2 trench deep. Like, Ajax. That's probably how Leander gets all the poon.
Oh,
Right.
Poon.
It means
Friends.
Oh,
that we do dirty things with. But we don't lie to Nim. He gets sad, and when he's sad, I'm sad.
Dirty? Why would you get dirty?
That's a great question, because adults are disgusting. We're adults.
Mm,
You
I
have
told him
no
to go
reason-
visit my mum. I gave him my address so he could go keep her company.
Ajax, you better get that jacket quick.
Planning on it.
Well, he looks like he can take care of himself, you know?
Do we? I don't do. Do you want him to take care of your mom?
I don't want her to be alone.
She's got us.
Yeah.
We're not there.
We're going back.
We just said goodbye.
Eventually, the hero
yes.
shall return.
Yes, eventually we'll go back, but
Do you really think Leander can leave his position for this long? I mean, he has to keep this place safe from the demons, as he says.
I don't know if this is good for him to keep up for that much longer.
Well, I don't know if he knows any better.
You know what, Ajax? Nim, does your mom like flowers?
Yes, she loves them.
I bet Ajax would be super helpful in finding flowers, and then you could both bring some back.
Yeah,
And then the mom would love that.
I think so.
Ajax all threatened. Nim's mom liked another dude's photo on Instagram, and Ajax is like,
It's like,
Oof. It was Leander going like, "Oh, demons!" Shirtless.
with the hat.
Yeah, with
with
just
the
that.
hat.
Just the hat.
Just the hat.
It's a tasteful mood.
Yeah.
the hat's covering. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
Hat's covering the short sword.
You can
Yeah,
hide for so long.
silver
I
short
kept
sword.
it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just add that. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
what are we doing next?
You mentioned
Well-
hunting.
Oh,
Oh, I would absolutely. You know what? Everything I say is weird. I'd really like to go try to find that child I met in the woods.
How are you going to find them? Just
I'm pretty
wandering?
Probably. Wait, Leander, I asked you about the thing. Do you know where these people are? Then I'm going to show the little totem.
I'm not sure. An enigma beyond my perception.
Oh, shocking.
Nim,
Mm.
speaking of your mom, shouldn't you write a letter or a note about what happened today?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Do you think, Leander, if I wrote a few letters, would you mind? Is there a post here? Does anyone come here for
I
letters?
can carry them up when I go to pay her a visit.
I could
Okay,
turn
but
into
one
a
of them
dog.
is to go to the. He starts sort of like writing as he's talking.
We might not need
Getting
it.
distracted.
You could actually probably turn into a dog and then follow a scent.
He writes a short letter to his mom about like what he's seen so far, and then he writes a letter to the Furious Farms
Mm-hmm.
and the Furious Five,
Mm-hmm.
and asks how the pups are getting along,
Oh, God.
and
Jesus Christ.
if any of them ever needed.
God damn, sorry.
If any of them ever needed another home, that Nim knows a great place for some of them, knows, and would be very happy to help with that search, and like sort of like underlines it, and it's like overly specific. And then signs it and folds it up, puts the address on it, and has a little envelope. Sort of hands both.
Ah, yes, I'll make sure these get to the postmaster.
Oh, takes back the Furious Farms one.
Hmm.
If we're going to be on the road, they're not going to know how to write back to me. Tell them.
What's the next town you're going to?
Are we going to try and help with the pass? There's so much
Yes.
unrest been happening. Try to
I
look
don't
at
know.
Dara's pass.
It's actually a good idea.
Scorpio is going to take a look at the mural that's painted on the floor. Is there a way to sort of map out where we are on here and sort of plan?
Yes. Give me an investigation roll or
Ooh, that's a
survival.
smart call, Xander.
Hey, or what? Oh, natural 20. Doesn't matter.
Fall. Yes. So upon inspecting this map, you actually learn a few things. You learn there is another passage through the mountains. One that is not Dara's Pass. One that is its own thing. Or at least there was at one point, because this map is the city as it was, not as it is now. You can also see that you are in what previously was the heights of the city, aka a more ritzy area where a lot of tradesmen and craftsmen lived. And these were the highest paid people in the city. Whereas down below, you had a lot of vegetable farmers, small livestock keepers, and things like that. And everything outside of the walls was farmland.
Look at this. And Scorpio will sort of point out the topography. If we were
Ooh.
trying to sort of help whatever's happening, perhaps we could investigate this other pathway.
Sure.
It's a smart idea, Scorpio.
And Jasmine, as a note, I add to that letter that essentially they should drop off a puppy to one Leander Lockhart in the Warrens, who is in dire need of a friend. That's it.
Okay.
In the
yeah.
overall geography, if we were to keep going, like say north through this area, what would be the next town?
You would end up on the other side of the mountains if the pass is indeed clear as it was. Otherwise, you would kind of go straight into a mountain, and you have to go east for a ways and then go north, and that would lead you through the Warrens, Meadowford, and back up to where you Marblehead, where you actually never went. Dara Pass is further east on the other side of the quarry. So you kind of have where you are now, the Warrens, the stairs up to Marblehead, and then the quarry with the pass on the other side of it. But further, if that pass if it is still marked as it is on the map on the other side of it, you would come out in a almost icy tundra-esque area known as Rook's Reach.
Rook's Reach.
Let's see. Give me a history check.
Okay. 8.
Never heard of it.
Nope, never heard of it.
Yeah.
What are you wondering about? I've lived here for 13 years.
This place, Rook's Reach, it doesn't ring a bell.
Where
yes.
is it?
Rook's Reach, at the other end of this pass.
Is it in a...
Should I see what I know about it?
Well, if you say it out loud, Leander could also chime in.
Yeah.
Leander would say, "Oh, yes, Rook's Reach, a place of great learning, surrounded by a tundra on all sides. A seat of magical wisdom."
Ooh.
So,
I was supposed to go to school there as a lad, but tuition was expensive.
you see Scorpio sort of fidget uncomfortably, which is weird to see. And he says, I sort of have something to tell all of you.
Did you just remember?
Well, speaking of, the well had a bit of an effect on me. And Nim, it's not that. It's not terrible or scary. It's just something that should be investigated. And maybe people in Rook's Reach would be able to help me learn more.
Or the Wicker Fen, for those of us that do not have the coin, nor the aptitude, nor the reputation to attend the colleges of Rook's Reach, the Wicker Fen may be where your destiny lies.
Is that why you were on fire?
have attended at least some of the classes at the Wicker Fen.
I've heard tales that Wicker Fen is haunted.
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. Honestly, my time there was a blur. But what little I have picked up of the ways of wicked creatures, well, I honed my craft at the Wicker Fen. For truly, before I settled down here, I was a hunter of creatures both monstrous and foul.
Oh.
Yes,
You never told me how old you were.
I am but a mere 42.
That is the answer.
But I've aged well, for you see, I don't go out in the sun.
You look great for your age, Leander.
As do you.
You don't know how old I am.
Exactly.
Can we go?
Yeah, so I guess we have a plan.
You hear jingling outside. Oh, the bell. And you see him like grab his crossbow again.
Oh, Leander, just
Stay
hold on.
here. I'll protect you.
No, Leander, let us do this one. You've done so much for us.
Okay.
Thank
I have
you.
your back. And he puts his back to yours and kind of walks backwards as you walk forwards.
Jesus. Help.
Shall
Go to the
we?
door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's. And then I'll open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll stand next to Valym and like hold his hand.
Oh.
Hello? Hello?
Is that a voice I recognize?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Hello?
Any voice even say, hello?
Please, no hammers or crossbow bolts, please.
Wait, so you've been here before. Are you a child?
No.
Oh, are you the sister who lost her brother?
No.
Oh.
I deliver
So-
the papers because no one else will to this creepy address. And every time there's a hammer, there's a crossbow bolt, there's something. And you hear Leander go, "Oh, Rosie."
Man, wait, so you knew you...
I
did you
forget
not
what day of the week it is. Every
many times have you put a trap on this
every
child?
Tuesday, I come here.
How many times have you trapped this child?
Only a couple dozen. And he reaches into his pockets, and then he looks at you, Ajax, and he says, I'm short.
I open the door.
How much do you need?
1 silver. A paltry sum for the paper.
I do not have 1 silver, but I have 10 copper.
Wait, that'll work, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it. He grabs it from you, opens the door, and you see like a adolescent human. She can't be older than 15.
No.
Her hair is pulled up into a ponytail, and she's wearing like a brimmed hat that has a hole cut out in the back for her hair to fall out of, and a satchel on her side. And she reaches in and hands you a rolled up sort of like parchment, and snags the 10 copper out of Leander's hand. And you notice, Valym, actually, if you're the one who takes the parchment, that it says on there 2 copper. But you get the gist that maybe she charges extra for this far out delivery.
Good for her. Get that hustle.
This is why no one delivers to you. You act like a crazy person.
Nim
I have a
lets go of
book
Valym's hand.
that says I'm normal. And I have a book that says I'm the Pope. And she turns on her heel and stamps away on the cobbles.
I would like to read that book.
It doesn't exist, just like his doesn't.
I'm gonna let her have this.
But mine does. Oh. Well.
Wait.
The news.
Yeah, maybe there's information about the tunnel.
Wait, hold on. Scorpio was telling us a confession about some weird whale thing.
Oh, it's fine. We've
No.
moved on from that,
No,
and
no.
it's magic. And
You
Well,
lit me on fire.
I,
Yes. I tried to pull you out of a whale because I thought you were drowning, and then I was on fire in
Didn't
the
you-
whale.
Mention that there were eyes and darkness, and they asked you if you wanted to live.
well, just one eye, and yeah. So I may have had a dream about it again.
Okay. How did that go?
Fine. We're
We're really bad at lying to each other. We know this, right?
You
Yes.
made a sound right before, and it's not comforting and thinking that you're being honest.
Oh God, Nim's really paying attention.
I am not sure, and I don't want to scare anybody because I don't think it's a scary thing,
We slept in Leander's house. Could take anything.
but it is unknown, and I don't have any information, and I'd rather not make assumptions.
Leander, what the hells was in that well? Leander, what the hells was in that well?
oh, I see. For some reason, I heard Xander, and
That's fair.
he says, "Wet is bad, dry is good.
Why do you know that?
Wisdom."
Have you been in the well?
No,
Do you know someone that's been in the well?
No.
Did you know someone?
Do you just avoid water always?
no, just the well water.
You know what?
Water from deep places.
Deep places.
Tainted. He points at you, Scorpio. Taint.
You can't just call me that.
You know, you've seen.
Well, I've been
You've
seen.
heard. Walk not to your doom. You partook.
I didn't walk. I ran.
Be wary of thy footsteps, for they lead you to your doom.
We should have listened to Nim about the wells.
Did it tell you to do anything?
Not yet.
Fair.
So you're
Maybe you
just
better
hearing
God.
voices. That's it.
Well, just one voice, and only sometimes. But I feel like that might be a common thread with my friends.
Yeah, you're not alone. Don't worry. I'm sure it's nothing.
I talked to my
Slap him on the
sword.
shoulder.
Valym has a fire spirit.
Oh.
You have this thing. And Nim sometimes hears voices. We're not crazy.
That's. I think that.
No, we're not crazy. We're different. But we're not crazy.
We're normal.
We're normal.
All of us together. He puts his hands around all of you.
Oh,
We're just one team of unique individuals on the fringes of society, but we are all the same birds who have found their flock. We are all peacocks, are we not? Flaunting our plumage and foliage of such a unique nature that the world, the rest of the animal kingdom, has not the wit to perceive what we do, that we are meant for greatness, to attract the peafowl of destiny.
I'm gonna tug on Ajax's sleeve, like, Ajax, I think if we don't leave now, we may never.
Is my trench coat ready?
Yes.
What did you want to exchange?
Kiss.
Money.
oh.
How much money?
A kiss.
He looks at the amount of the leather.
Valym is
Give
just saying
him
that
a
out loud.
kiss. Give him a
2
kiss then.
gold.
2 gold.
I'm gonna mention the kiss, ain't you? Hey, I know that face. That's a man reserved to smooch for clothing. That's a weird sentence.
I need to memorize this. Do the face again.
Would you be willing to bargain for this?
Can I whisper with Leander?
Yes.
Leander, I'm willing to bet that if you ever wanted to kiss this beautiful half-orc man, this is the time. And then if you still get maybe some gold, but it also sets a great precedent early on. It's
Make
like, oh my,
a persuasion roll.
happily.
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, there's no way. There's no
Oh,
way. There's
That
actually
20 for a 24.
Oh my fuck.
He comes over to you and plants one gently upon your lips and only takes 1 gold from your hand instead of
Aw.
2.
That's so weird.
But
Like
he's ginger. He's just like
one.
with his eyes open.
Oh. Intense.
two best friends did kiss.
What's a bit of kissing between friends? Take your jacket and go.
He said,
I
"Now
am
get out."
spent.
I'll take the jacket.
It looks great on you.
Just
Yeah, it's like a gravedigger's jacket, like a highwayman jacket.
The grave digger's jacket, gold digger's jacket.
Yeah, like that, like the one on the miniature that we had last week. It is like this. I don't know if we can get
Ooh.
the camera to focus.
You have to cover your butt.
Yeah, yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. So this is
That's so dope.
very similar to the jacket that Ajax now has.
how do I look?
Amazing.
Actually, dope as
So
hell.
cool.
Our plumage, like peacocks, we are.
Also, you'll probably stay drier in the rain now.
The rain and in the blood.
Okay, also the blood, yeah.
I couldn't move when he walked to me.
I understand. But Ajax, why do you think I turned into a mouse and then just let him carry me around?
It's like our eyes locked and I was frozen.
Something about this man is the most dangerous thing we've ever found.
We need to get out of here
We
immediately.
do. We're going to marry him.
You see him like sitting there reading the paper, and as he like finishes a page, he like throws it behind him.
Scorpio's gonna catch it. Is there anything interesting in the papers?
Give me an investigation check.
Ooh, not great. 2.
This is a lot of words. Where are the Sunday funnies? There doesn't seem to be anything important here. None of these articles even have pictures. They're just printed using blocks on a press that probably are, everything in here is probably at least a couple days old because it takes so long to print. That's the main takeaway you have.
Impressive craftsmanship, though.
Is it? I didn't notice. He reads like the last page and throws in obituaries. I'll meet them eventually. And then he just like flips through the rest of the paper, notices you've caught them all neatly, is impressed, and then goes about kind of like picking up bear traps and stuff off the floor to like go set them out again.
Well, should we start making our way?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Oh, before we go, I'm going to go find Tabitha.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point at myself in front of her and say, meow.
And she says to those who would understand Draconic, Meow, which means yummy friend.
Uh-oh.
It's a step.
Wait, no.
And runs back out. Okay. All right. Think we're ready?
I'll walk you
Should-
out and deliver your letters.
Should we bring our horse?
Yes.
Where is our horse?
I assume back at the farms where she would be safe, because that is where we left her, so she would be safe and taken care of. And I'm not going to leave it a question, because when you leave it a question, some forces above us take advantage of that. So
Yeah.
we should go back to the farm and get
You
our horse.
stabled her at the entrance to the city,
Okay, yes.
to Solace
Yeah.
Point. You paid wages, I assume, to stable her,
Oh, yeah.
That makes more sense.
which you'll have to pay when you pick her back up.
Yep.
Take us to Tootsie.
Yes, let's go get Tootsie then.
He walks you all over to through the crowd. You notice as he takes you out through the front gate and relocks it and latches it, the crowd kind of moves out of his way. The crowd that's like, let us through the pass. We will kick you in the ass. That crowd that's still protesting out there. They're all like, when Leander comes through and he's all, hello, Redford. Oh, Lavender, you're so lovely this time of year. And you hear her say, my name's not Lavender. As he ushers people out of the way and kind of makes his way up to the stablesman. He says, all right then, which horse is yours?
That one.
Is he going with us
she's
all the way?
No. He's just walked you up here, and then he'll continue up the stairs to deliver your letters unless you have anything else you need from him.
Did he end up giving us any weapons or anything?
You didn't follow up with him, but he could give you one of his daggers now.
Yeah. And him is just going, Leander,
Yes.
about those, to protect against the dead.
Oh. He reaches in and with a dagger and hands it to you, blade forward.
Ooh.
That checks out.
I'll
Yeah.
grab it really weirdly like this around the blade. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. And I take up my dagger and replace it with this one. And I give my
Weird.
old dagger.
Exchange daggers. We are as blood brothers. And he cuts his hand and puts it out towards yours.
Nim does the same.
You take one slashing damage and he presses your hands together and he says, brothers who shed blood together would die for each other. I hold myself in your service and you in mine.
Deal.
And he like lets go of your hand. The stable person is just like,
Yeah, like that. Lysander's definitely got some weird gobbledygook in his body.
that guy is
Nothing in his
crazy. He's crazy.
body. We slept in his house.
You slept in his house. Oh,
Yeah, I thought we were dead.
How are things going here?
your horse. She's gonna cost extra. She nearly took me hand off. And he shows you like a bandaged hand. Right mean horse she is. So rude. Wouldn't eat the oats we gave her. Insisted on apples.
What is with the women in my life and apples?
Oh,
A lot of them are horses.
Or turtles. Or sunflower.
Eloise was sweet.
She scares me. She's gonna say something offhand real quick. I'm afraid she's gonna say something too true, like too real.
well, thank you for taking care of her.
Are you done with
Eloise.
the
Wait,
paper?
Tootsie.
Should I recycle it?
Sorry, what?
Are you done with the paper? Should I recycle it?
Oh, yeah.
He takes it from you and then pulls out a page and gives it to Ajax and says, "The classified, since you're always short of cash and you have to pay with your body." And presses it into your hands.
Thank you.
Goodbye. And then he leaves with the rest of the paper rolled up. And like I said, you see people kind of like move out of his way as he walks through the town. A small orc child starts crying when he says, "Oh, cute child."
Aw, he's great. We're blood brothers now.
Yeah,
You did that pretty effortlessly.
and yes, yeah.
Very
Oh, it
brave.
hurts.
Oh,
Yeah, you should probably put that hand down.
would you like a bandage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a bandage?
I have the survival kit, right? Or a med kit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. No,
It's
I
not
don't.
a super deep cut. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
only one slashing
Mm.
damage. It's just going to be kind of stingy for a while.
I'm gonna.
8 copper. Normally,
8
one
copper.
night's lodging is only 4. In this case, it's going to be 8 because she was just such a troublemaker. You have to
Do you have-
understand. We couldn't lodge any horses on either side of her because she insisted on having personal space.
Do you have change for silver?
Oi. And he like reaches into his pocket and hands you 2 copper.
All right, and I give him 2 silver. I'll pay for the horse since it's basically my child.
I think it would only be 1 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, 1 silver, and I get the 2 copper. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Generous
Yeah,
today.
of course.
Very generous.
I
thought you were giving a tip.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
No, we don't tip here, not anymore.
Tootsie haughtily steps out of the enclosure, shaking her mane, and trots out towards you. And anytime you wish to leave Tootsie in a safe place, you can launch her in any nearby town with a groomsman for 4 copper a day. Well, 8 copper
Perfect.
until you can get her to behave.
8 copper?
Until you can get her to behave, yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Interesting.
Mhm.
You know what? Screw it. People love this. I speak with animals.
There it is. There it is.
Hi, Tootsie. How was it?
I hated it here.
I'm so sorry.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I bet it was.
I normally get my own enclosure.
Well, they wanted you to be there so that you could add more beauty to the other horses.
No. They put me next to this stupid pony that kept hitting on me. I hated him. So I
Oh.
bit him as hard as I could.
Wait, pony, not that person.
No, a pony. I bit him too. He pulled my hair when he was brushing it. Doesn't he know this hair is precious? I've been told so many times it's award-winning hair, and that if I were taken to the market fair, I would surely win.
Do you want to be taken to the market fair?
And win? Yes, I do.
We will absolutely do that for you sometime. You are so beautiful. May I get on your back?
Of course. As you do, she says, Balvinder said that my hair was the silkiest of all his horses, and he fed me fresh castor seeds every single day. That's why my coat's so shiny. And she starts trotting. They tried to feed me oats. Oats, can you believe it? Huh. Not even carrots. Oats. What are we, savages here?
No, they're probably just poor.
Oh, gross. She continues walking. And as she does, she like neighs and whinnies and like kind of makes her way through the commoners.
Got a bougie horse.
Yeah.
God, she would get along with the goblin though. One's allergic. One avoids it.
At least cook the oats, like gruel or something. I don't know. I insist you not keep me in such paltry lodgings again.
What's that? I can't. Something's wrong. I think the spell's...
What? Oh. You break the spell?
Yeah, what was that?
It's me like coughing, but then like basically like thematically ending this spell behind my head so she can't see it.
You are left with your difficult horse.
Yo, this horse is so upset at us for leaving her in that place, and she's very bougie.
We got the wrong horse.
She called it poultry. I didn't even know that horse knew the word.
Valym, give me an insight check.
Oh no. Oh shit. Does she speak common? Oh no. A nat 1 for a 5.
Yeah. You get the sense that she can understand what you're saying. And you also get the sense that she's just like a monstrosity. Like she's like clearly Balvin just did not do a good job rearing this horse.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He gave us the
Yeah.
the best horse. His greatest horse.
But you just said she was bougie.
He gave us a horse almost on par with Sunflower Ajax. Intentionally.
I love Tootsie.
The Ajax is still high.
As you're all walking, you hear a familiar voice, Nim. That's like,
Oh.
Bring out your dad. And you hear a
Betsy?
carriage approach, and then you hear Jackie say, just kidding.
Hi, Betsy.
Nim! She jumps down from the carriage and gives you a big hug. You made it!
Yep.
I made it just ahead of you, and I had to leave on another job. But I'm
How
glad
many
you're
bodies?
here.
What was that?
I said, I'm glad you're here.
Yes, we did the burial and everything. We met. Have you ever met Leander Lockhart?
Yes, I have.
We're blood brothers now, and he lets us stay at his home.
Why? Okay, well, you're a strange choice of blood brother. Just a bit, just a bit strange. Ajax, how are you?
I don't know, but my trench coat. What do you think?
Are you like doing a cosplay of Leander? That's so cute. That's so silly.
No,
I love it.
no. It's not cosplay. It's cool. This is my trench coat.
cosplay
You
is
look
cool.
very ominous. You look very ominous.
I'll take that.
How do you
how's-
like the slogan?
I was gonna ask how's business.
Well, what do you think?
I love it. Still,
I added something
Is
to
it
the
the
side
same?
of it. And you notice it says, the corpse carriage. Don't let your loved one be a corpse on a horse. And now there's like a cartoon of like, a happy dead person inside of a carriage. To make it a little bit more positive, Some people said the slogan's a little bit dark. I didn't think so, honestly. But
has business been on an upkeep since you've added the slogan?
yes, but then again, business is booming in general, Lots of going ons.
Anything in particular?
Well, we've got the issue up in the pass. Had to take some people from around there. I don't know exactly what's going on there. And then there's a problem in the stacks.
What's happening in the stacks?
Well, I think there's some type of rivalry brewing between two of the families that run the place, eh? So, just been carnage out of there. Got a little bit of business from there, but sometimes they bury locally, But some of them like to do it proper like in Medford. So, I've made some trips down there. And I've heard tell of bandits on the river.
The river.
They've been going up as far as Lenar's Lake, which has hurt the lumber industry a bit, which sucks for me, sucks for this gal. Lumber prices are up.
Has there been any updates on the pass and what's been going on over there?
Well, I know they sent a team in to look in on it. At least that's what the leadership of the town said. And she said we should hear back in a couple of days and have more information. And depending on what happens, she says she'll commission an even nicer team to go in for more pay. They don't know what's blocked it up. Apparently some type of a landslide or explosion, but everybody who keeps going in doesn't come out, I don't know what would have caused such a thing.
Me either. Me either. Well, I think that's where we're heading next.
To the pass.
We've found another way, potentially.
Another way? What way?
Well, we came across a map that had another pass marked. But this was before the city was destroyed.
You're going to go through the subterranean pass?
If it still exists.
The Widow's Walk?
Oh. That's a bad name for somewhere.
It is a bad name.
Yeah.
That pass was used by the women and the children trying to escape warfare. They used it out of great desperation, trying to escape the old city before it was the Warrens.
Why isn't anyone else using it now that the other way is blocked?
Well, it's cursed,
Is
All
that
of
the
those
only-
poor innocent people just trying to escape warfare. They took this pass and it said that a great darkness lurks there. I don't think you should go. Not that way.
Oh.
Does anybody keep watch of this pass? Does anyone...
No,
keep
it's
anybody
long
from
been
going
since
in?
abandoned. Nobody goes into the Warrens except your blood brother Nim, and he's a bit strange, They'd probably let him through, whatever lives there. They'd probably think he was one of the ghoulies.
Well, what's the other option? I mean, we could go see what's happening at Dara's Pass, or see if we could be of assistance. I suppose.
Perhaps we might even find someone brave enough to come with us if we need to go the other way.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or we can let them know that they sent some people to Dara's Pass. We should let them know there's another way as well, if they're adventurers and all.
They took off 2 days ago.
Through the other passage?
And through the main one. I don't think anybody would take the Widow's Walk.
If no one's made it to the main passage yet, I don't see how much of a difference at this point.
We'll just
At
wait to
least
hear
try.
back. Maybe they were successful. There's no need for you to be so reckless with your lives. I mean, if you must. But then if you do, at least get paid for it. Don't do it for free.
Yeah, right. Well, Ajax, don't you have work don't you have the paper?
Are you looking for paid work?
Well, I have this thing that Leander handed to me.
Oh, it's
would-
just the classifieds.
It would be good to send some money back home, you know?
Hmm.
Oh.
Well, we don't have to head straight there. We can just wait and see news comes back if those that went in are safe, and until then, we can just find our way.
If you do go, make sure you go to Marblehead. Could be the lady up there can at least give you some money or provisions for your time and your effort.
Oh, yes.
But don't just
Who
go
is-
wandering in there.
Would that
It's
be
dangerous. People haven't come back, Nim. I don't know what I would tell your mother if you just wandered off into the past like that. Especially the Widow's Walk.
Yeah, no, I promise we'll stay away for now. Would Nib know Sister Surrenda
You know of her.
of her, like that she's
Mhm.
in charge, right? Or
Yes.
so
she
he would
is-
know that. Okay, so is it Sister Surrenda we should speak to, or someone else?
Yes, if you can get an appointment.
Okay.
I hear she's very busy these days, but, you know, given your station in town, maybe she could make an exception for you.
Thanks, Betsy.
Of course.
You haven't heard of anywhere else we could help out, pick up some coin otherwise?
She, like, starts thinking, and she's like, you know, come to think of it, I think the monks had asked for some work as well.
In Marblehead as well?
No, down near
Oh.
the monastery.
A different one than Scorpio's.
No, the same one.
The same one?
Yeah.
Oh, what sort of work are they looking for?
Well, they said something about their supply chain being messed up and looking for people that could deliver them, you know, certain needed goods. I don't know if something's wrong with the roads or something wrong with the river, but they asked me if I could bring them some things, and I told them I only hold the dead, not goods.
Maybe we can stop there first.
Would that make sense, like, on the route? Would it be on the way, or is it in a different direction?
It's an opposite direction.
Right.
So this
Well,
is the
'cause
part
we're
of the game where you have several options of where to go, because
Yeah.
I am
We're-
one of those types of DMs.
We are in, because we're in Saw's Point, so we're closest to Marblehead right now,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
As opposed to
so
everywhere else.
Solace Point is divided into 3 districts, like
Right.
the Lower Warrens, Meadowford, and Marblehead. To your left, and let's actually say Betsy like takes out like a a stick and starts drawing in the dirt. To your left is Lenar's Lake, which is a huge lake town that you've only heard of, Nim. You've never been there. Down from it outstretches the river Lenar that eventually meets the sea, but before doing so, waves out into what is called the Wicker Fen. Now, somewhere between Lenar's Lake, the town, and the fen, sits Moonblush Monastery, which sits in Moonblush Valley. And across the river from it is that fair you went to, which I believe is Goldendale. I guess I've kind of used that name twice now. On its right sits the town that... Sorry, looking through my notes here. Sits the town that Sunshine mentioned, and north of that town sits the Furious Five Valley, or that farm. So to give you an idea, you've got the river, the monastery, then you have the fair, and then right across from that you have the city Sunshine mentioned, which I'll look up the name in a second, and then north of that you have the farm, and then sort of northwest of that you have Solace Point, which you're at now. So it's almost like you guys have discovered a triangle, and somewhere way below that triangle is Wicker Fen, which are all the locations I believe that have been mentioned.
Well, I guess the question is, do we care about the lives of others?
Yes.
What? In what way? What?
Oh, there's
Let's
most likely
clarify.
people that are trapped or in danger somehow involving the past. And if people have gone in and not come out, if they're not dead, they're probably dying. So if we don't go sooner than later, they're probably going to die. Which it happens, but do we care about it?
I am.
How do we know that we're not gonna suffer the same fate as them?
We don't. I'm just saying. If we go sooner than later, it's less likely that they die, but
Well,
they're probably going to die.
I'm inclined to help a bit here since there's so much unrest in this town right now, and I worry a bit for my loved ones. And seeing as
fine.
we're here, but I understand that the monastery is probably a concern for Scorpio as well.
Well, the monastery handled itself way before I came along, and it probably can handle itself afterwards. While I would enjoy a visit, I think that there are pressing matters with the past.
So
I'm fine either way, to be honest. I just wanted it to be clear that if we didn't go there first, that we would most likely find dead bodies. That's all.
right. So to Marblehead to get more information then,
Sounds
and
good.
possibly compensation.
Yeah.
Sounds even better.
So, the four of you make your way up the steps, past where you originally stopped in Metaford, and begin your ascent to Marblehead. And that'll be where we bring today's session to a close.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure.
Awesome.
You're all fabulous.
Amazing.
Fabulous.
Leander's still my favorite.
Leander.
Well, you're
What a-
now
what a
blood brothers,
character.
so that's probably good.
What a day.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This was so much fun. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Let's do
this
some
was amazing.
sign-offs and
Thank
shout
you.
Mhm. And my first.
Oh, wait, I'm first. I'm Xander Jeanneret, remember?
Yeah, let's go.
You can follow me at Xanderific with 2 R's and 1 F. I'm going to be streaming pretty much all throughout the week. Check my Twitter for my schedule. Thank you.
Gabe.
Hi. I don't know why did that feel weird. Hi, I'm Gabe. You can find me at Gabe James Games on Twitch, Twitter, and across the internet. Cosplay, voiceover, game design. I do too much, but that's part of my gimmick. One day I'll sleep, but it's probably not tomorrow. I'm kidding. I do actually sleep.
Josephine.
Maybe.
Hi, I'm Josephine McAdam. You can find me at JCVIM. You can find math. 80% of the Shikar crew this Friday on Eclipse, which is a Mothership RPG sci-fi horror show. We're in our last season. We're raising money for NAMI. So come hang out. It's at twitch.tv/JCVIM at 7 p.m. Gabe, Xander, and Jasmine will be on. It's
This
gonna be great.
Friday.
Very
This
different
Friday.
character if you come see that.
Yeah.
Balvin.
Okay. Gabe. Yeah, okay, y'all all saw it, the DM.
Yeah.
That,
Yes.
That art.
We'll be showing
Oh my
it.
god. Okay.
I did not see.
I'll show it in a second. I'll pull it
Yeah,
up on the
okay.
camera.
LordBalvin on
I know.
everything. Yeah, I know, right? LordBalvin on everything. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all that. Right now, still bouncing off last week, and this past weekend as well. The GTRP server is doing wonderful.
Yay!
We have great success all around on all counts.
Awesome.
This weekend, we're going to be doing another event for it. We're going to keep it structured like this until we're a bit more stable. But if you want to watch that, just look up TSRP on Twitter and Twitch. I'll be streaming it this weekend, I believe. So that's the plan. LordBalvin for that. But if not me, watch anybody, tweet about it, support it. That's my big project right now. Other than that, just follow me on Twitter for my nonsense.
You might see me this weekend as well. I've heard the server's full, but I know some guys, so you know. Yeah, let's look at some fan art, which I think I can just do this. Let's see if this works. Hey,
Yo, bro.
beautiful butterfly. Thank you so
That is-
much to Leak Wibble for
That is-
Hi Ajax.
I love
Freaking
that.
That is amazing.
so good.
He's
I
fantastic.
love so much. I am a beautiful
Incredible.
butterfly.
He's
So
gone.
good.
He's gone.
I want that like on the back of a jacket.
Yeah.
So perfect. Thank you so much,
That's the letterman.
Leek. It's beautiful. As well as a lot of live
Lots of
tweets.
GIF reactions.
Oh my gosh.
Young apple, strong apple.
In his boxers.
The wiggle. The attention to detail with the scarring too.
Oh my gosh, so good.
My face.
So
That's
good.
definitely my face.
So good. So many amazing tweets. I love this one as well.
Oh.
Oh, that's. Oh,
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
good.
It was so Riley has a druid character, and it was like the reaction to Valym meeting another druid, which is pretty accurate, to be honest. Like,
You
what
are
the hell's
like me.
happening?
Oh,
It's like that
crazy.
Spider Into the Spider-Verse moment.
Oh,
yeah. Oh my God, you're right.
That's
Yes,
so
it is.
cute. Aw, I love the crazy mask too.
Yeah.
So cute. And then the gifts
thoughts
from this
there, boy.
morning. Wait, where'd the gifts go? Here we go. This is such
Oh,
a great
yeah.
thread by Riley. Look at all
Mm.
of these. We've got Valym.
They're
and
in
Nim.
the reel as well.
I love Scorpio.
Yes.
It's so
His little
good.
dance. This is so good too.
Oh, I hadn't seen the last one of you, Jasmine.
Yes, there's one of me. I got my
Wow.
first
That's
piece
good.
of fan
That's
art.
good. That's amazing. That's
It's
amazing.
so cute.
That's amazing.
It was so good. It was so good.
Thank you,
so
everybody.
much.
You're so
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Astounding.
Y'all
Amazing.
inspire us. How quickly
Yes.
you work and how just fantastic you are. Thank you for supporting the show. It's because of you we keep doing this. Yeah, if you're here, you obviously know where to find me. I'm Jasmine ThatBronzeGirl Bhullar. You can find me on ThatBronzeGirl everywhere. I made a TikTok, so I'm a hip kid now.
She did.
did.
She's very pretty.
Thank you. Just like Tootsie.
Yeah. That's fair. I give you
Except
that
I'm not an asshole like her.
one. Thank God.
Thank you so much to the wonderful players for putting up with my nonsense for over 3 hours and to the wonderful chat.
Likewise.
Have a good one. Stay safe. Goodbye. We'll see y'all next week. And we'll see you this Monday for the Sunday for the
Sunday.
rebroadcast at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Monday's when this is going to hit YouTube.